All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same map. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being nicknamed Carebear, standing behind the bar, Kieran Hickey Simple, and I am joined here today with two gentlemen who made an impact in the NFL. One of them on special teams as a 2014 All-Pro. He was also a college football third-team All-American for the Texas Longhorns. Played in the national championship alongside his brother Sam, who had a far better NFL career.
This is true.
Emmanuel Acho in the building. How are we doing today?
He didn't lie. My brother did have a better NFL career. 7.5 sacks as a rookie. My brother had.
Also has far less controversial sports takes. He's great on college football game day.
He is. We're not talking about him right now. Yeah. Now look, y'all, I was hang cleaning today and I got a crick in my neck. I apologize. When I look at Trey, it will be like this. When I look at TJ, it will be like this. Hey, y'all could be watching any show. You're hanging out with us. We don't take it for granted. Gonna laugh a lot, gonna talk a lot, just gonna kick it with y'all. Hopefully in a dark, gloomy world at times, y'all find a little bit of encouragement in a Speakeasy. Make sure you chat amongst each other. Make sure you drop the super chats. If you are not yet subscribing to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Carebear!
Yeah.
Get it popping.
Enough about that Nigerian man's stiff neck. Pause. Let's go ahead and talk about another gentleman joining us here in the Speakeasy. This man is no stranger to routing up your favorite DB, and now he's no stranger to training your favorite wide receiver to route up your favorite DB. TJ Houshmandzadeh in the building. How we doing today, Hoosh?
I appreciate the intro. Real quick,
talk to me, T.
I got a bunch of boys that's in Pittsburgh, and they told me they tuned in, top tier. Y'all better subscribe.
Come on,
y'all watching. Y'all go ahead. Y'all tuned in. Y'all better subscribe
right now.
Hit that like button and subscribe.
Yeah, I told y'all I was gonna say y'all better subscribe.
Come on now, that's what I like to hear. Look, also joining us here in the Speakeasy, Social Trey.
Trey! What's happening, gang? Listen, man, it's our last show of the week.
It is.
Let's make it a great one.
It has to be a great one.
Has to be a great one.
Hey, and also, by the way, it's football season, basketball season, baseball season. We're in the midst of kind of the seasonal topics. So we're going to talk about stuff that we know y'all have the emotional bandwidth to handle. We're going to talk about stuff y'all see on social media. Yes, we are a sports show. Y'all know better than anybody. As soon as the game ends, we live and we popping. But right now in the off season, let's just have some fun and don't take life too seriously. Carebear, do you think?
Can't take things too seriously, and one gentleman that never takes anything seriously, Druski. Druski has made waves this past couple of days because of a skit he had, reportedly maybe mimicking Erica Kirk. I'll let you guys take a look at this skit that he released yesterday. First of all, this is an insane visual right here, but I'll press play.
What ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
This is crazy. Oh man. Now this went on a lot. He was dancing at the rally. Apparently, this is him dancing at the rally in the video as well. Druski also ended up putting out a statement saying, too far after receiving some backlash for the skit. Maybe mimicking, a new widow was a little bit too far. How do you guys feel though? Did Druski take it too far with this latest skit?
Go ahead, T.
No, this is his interpretation of what he's seen.
Yep. And
he's a creator, is he not?
He is.
And so all he is doing is creating. And it hurt feelings. And that's not his fault because that's the impression you gave him of yourself. And all he did was kind of make a parody of it, made it just funny. The dude's mind, he's a genius when it comes to that type of stuff. Extremely funny. But this should show the people how others are viewing him. And is it a bad thing? It really, it's funny. And they didn't like it because I was on my way here. You know, I'm in a little traffic. You start reading. Ted Cruz got upset about it. He commented on it. And so for me, I'm a political person.
Yeah.
But I read a lot. And so for them to feel a certain type of way, if you don't want people to view you in that light, change the light at which they view you in then. That to me is very simple. Condolences to Erica Kirk and her losing her husband, Charlie Kirk. Violence is never the answer. But that was funny. Druski is a creator, and he's doing what creators do. And he created something that was, it grabbed everybody's attention for sure.
I don't think Druski took it too far because comedy has no boundaries. Let's start there. Before I'm anything else, I'm a Christian. Druski's last most popular skit, most viewed skit, was making a mockery of the black church and just hyperbolically talking about so many things that the black church does, whether it be aggressively trying to ask for funds, whether it be the pastors wearing the outlandish outfits, whether it be the pastors hoarding money. He does not have boundaries of his comedy because comedy, to a large degree, does not have boundaries. Now, let me push back and establish.
Why didn't they comment on that one?
Because the hit dog is going to holler.
Yeah.
Now, let me pause for a moment and establish what a lot of people might be thinking, which is well, what if a white person did this? What if a white person did blackface? Let's not overlook the cultural context, right? Blackface. 1820s, based off of a character named Jim Crow, which is where Jim Crow laws came from. Jim Crow was a primary character in blackface at minstrel shows that was based off portraying a lazy, uneducated black man that was content in servitude. They would take red lipstick, paint big red lips on his face to make kind of a mockery of a monkey and paint their faces and their skin in black tar and act as though that individual was a enslaved human. What character was named Jim Crow. That is where blackface came from, which is why blackface is such a damaging and integral thing in society. Let's not try to draw false equivalency between blackface and quite literally any other portrayal of another human being, because in comedy, we have always portrayed other human beings. Blackface has a cultural significance, a historical context, and a slavery-based context that transcends all of this that we are discussing. So just to add some education around that in regards to the Druski skit. As it pertains to Druski, I don't think it was too far. I didn't actually think it was that funny. I just thought it was genius. You know what I mean? There wasn't really a point where I laughed. I did say, yo, that's hilarious. But there wasn't a point where I was actually belly laughing. I just thought it was creatively genius. It's the same thing with the pastor skit. Pastor skit, I didn't laugh until the end. I was just like, bro, that's hilarious. And how you get them white girls to do that yoga in there with you. And your makeup artist is incredible. But I don't think he took it too far because comedy doesn't have boundaries. What you think, G?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of things. I think from a community that, makes their mark calling people snowflakes to be upset about jokes is kind of funny. It's kind of hypocritical in my estimation. I think honestly, comedy, it depends on what your taste is. I understand you not finding it funny and whatnot, but this is a guy that's gonna make fun of anyone and everyone. Everyone can get these jokes, whether it's the black community, the Hispanic community, college frat guys, NASCAR fans, now conservative women in politics. I think it's sure if you are offended by it because of the death of Charlie Kirk and whatnot, I can understand you saying, I don't feel like making fun of it. I can understand you saying making fun of someone that was recently widowed is a little bit below what you would deem acceptable. But also, comedy is subjective, man. Whether you think it's funny or not is not really the basis of whether the content should be made or not made. Some jokes are going to land. Some jokes are not going to land for you. At the end of the day, I think it's comedy at the end of the day.
Question for y'all, though. Because y'all keep saying Erica Kirk. He never said that.
No.
So the problem for me is...
It's an assumption.
Stop letting hit dogs holler. I grew up in black church. Went to Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship until I was a young adult. Then my dad started a church in Richmond. All I knew until I came to LA was black church. But the black churches I went to weren't a part of the Druski skit. So I didn't actually take that much offense to it. I know several people in the black church community that's like, he making a mockery out of God. He making a mockery out of our religion. He making a mockery out of the church. But I'm like, that ain't the church I know. Druski's kid didn't bother me at all because I'm not a hit dog. So I didn't holler. So to me, everybody who keeps saying, Erica Kirk this and Erica Kirk that, he said how conservative women in America act. He could be talking about anybody. If people are projecting Erica Kirk onto him, then if the shoe fits, you're wearing it.
Yeah.
But to me, quite literally, Kieran, you grew up in the church.
Yeah.
And you black. You saw the skit.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. That's
if
a
you're
part of
not
what,
offended by it, then it ain't applicable to you.
My question is, why is it now that there's like a whiteface conversation about the whole thing? Y'all didn't have a problem a couple of months ago whenever he was in whiteface, acting as if like he was a white person growing up in the black community, where he was out there dancing with little tattoo sleeves and whatnot. Y'all didn't complain about it heavily when he was acting like a redneck with red sunburn lines and whatnot on himself in overalls at a NASCAR race. As a matter of fact, some of the NASCAR fans were even NASCAR racers were like laughing at the skit in the comments. Now all of a sudden it's a huge problem because it's something political. Why do we draw the line there? If it's comedy, it's comedy in my opinion. I think it's crazy for them to just draw the line now with another portrayal of someone else white. It's like it doesn't make sense to me.
You know what? Clay Travis says if a prominent black leader had been assassinated and a white comedian put on a black face and mocked his widow, what would happen? Nothing. The same thing that's happening now. Why are you doing that? Why'd you do that? Nothing would happen. Like honestly, would anything happen?
There would be outrage from the
just
black
like it is
community.
now.
Like
There'd be outrage.
Just like it is now.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you could suggest that person would be canceled, whatever that means in modern day America. Again, I don't even like entertaining false equivalencies because there's a historical context that makes something more damning and demeaning than otherwise. And like it's not even if you have a brain, because let me not be offensive. If you understand the historical context of our country, or if you will, and we have a super smart audience, I encourage y'all, read the books. Look up A Minstrel Show, Minstrel. Look it up. Like after the show ends, look it up, educate your kids, educate your loved ones. Look up where the name Jim Crow derived from. Jim Crow laws in the early 1950s or the early 1900s, those weren't just like, we didn't just get the name Jim and Crow from like some straw outside. Like look up where the name Jim Crow derives from. So you can't draw a false equivalency between blackface and a black dude dressing up as a white person. There's so much ignorance and even trying to draw that false equivalency. Because again, Asians make fun of black people make fun of Asians, Hispanics make fun of black people make fun of Hispanics, white people. Like it's all the same. And you draw certain lines that like, okay, I'm not gonna make a mockery out of slavery. Like that's probably where, you know, a line could be drawn.
Yeah. No,
I mean, but honestly though, he's damn near light skinned though. He really is. He damn near light skinned for real.
Yeah.
Do you all think comedy should have boundaries?
I mean, you're asking me. To be honest with you, I think comedy is like, especially in a stand-up area and whatnot, I think it's something that's meant to not have boundaries. I think, especially whenever we're using words instead of actions, I think there's a line to be drawn as long as it's under the context of comedy, unless that's like the environment that it's spread in. I think a lot of the times, man, like jokes should be allowed to just be jokes. You don't have to get it. You can take offense to it. There's a lot of jokes that you're going to be able to that you're going to be taking offense to because of maybe your personal experiences and whatnot. But I think honestly, it's going to be funny to someone. It's not going to be funny to someone. I don't think that's a fair thing to just say it should or should not happen. It's jokes at the end of the day. If the intent is to be funny and not harmful, I'm with it.
But have we, to answer this question, then I'll ask another. Go ahead. Should comedy have boundaries?
What he just said sums it up. The last line. If it's meant to be funny and not harmful.
Yeah.
If you are a comedian and you're trying to be funny but not harmful, I'm 100% for it. Because when you talk to plenty of comedians, and I know a good amount, they'll tell you, like, basically, there's nothing that's off limits for them. But if it's funny and not harmful, then you're good to go.
But who decides whether it's harmful or not? And I'm glad y'all in the chat. We see y'all's chats. We see y'all's comments weighing in. Who decides if it's funny or not? For example, South African dude, maybe y'all saw it. He came out and said that
it's a lion.
He said,
oh my God.
He translated it to saying like, look, it's a lion. Oh my God. Right?
Yeah. The
creator, Level M, is suing that comedian for mistranslating the song. He's suing him for $27 million. He served him 3 days ago at the Laugh Factory. He was on stage at the Laugh Factory, and Lebo M, the creator of he's serving him for saying that joke is misrepresenting the Lion King. That joke has been seen by over, I think, 500 million people last I checked. So, comedian says it's not offensive. Creator of the song says it is offensive. Who decides if comedy is offensive or not? The floor is you all's.
Wow, that I wouldn't deem that offensive. The Lion King.
Yep.
I wouldn't deem that offensive. But I'm not the creator of the song.
Correct.
And so that's a tough question. I can't tell somebody how to feel about something that they've created and they feel like I gave my all for this. That is really up to interpretation. Really, like, oh, you can't be hurt from that. Like, how am I to tell you how you should feel?
No.
But I really always have thought that comedians somewhat had a free pass when it comes to things of this nature. I thought when I saw this, I thought it was funny. But what he just said, when he was acting like a redneck with the overalls on, no big deal. When he mocked his own race in the church, no big deal. Why is this such a huge deal?
Yeah, I think that the line with comedy shouldn't be drawn at because someone was offended or someone wasn't offended. If comedy only existed in areas where it was comfortable to tell jokes where nobody would be offended, we wouldn't be having comedy. They just would not be a thing, unfortunately. Also, I mean, adding to it though, Dave Chappelle, 25 years ago when he had the Chappelle Show and was in whiteface, if you want to call it that, acting as if a news anchor. Was there a problem then from the like, you know, I don't know. It's
as he hosted the racial draft.
Yeah, as he hosted the racial draft, and it was like everyone was kind of able to like laugh together about that show. There was a bunch of stereotypes. We had go buy
hello fried rice,
hello fried chicken. Yeah, it's like it's I don't know. I just think there's so many different things that comedy. Of course, that could be offensive to someone. I understand that it could be offensive to someone, but. I don't think comedians are thinking I need to make non-offensive comedy for everybody to understand.
But this is what Druski is shooting for. Yeah. Everybody's talking about this. This is gonna get so many views, and when you put a skit out like this is what you hope
on Twitter,
right?
It's at 102 million views before the show started.
Insane.
Final thought from you, Trey, because you haven't chimed in.
Well, I was going to ask. I guess are the people who are upset? Are they more upset about the whiteface, or are they upset about the portrayal or the likeness to Erica Kirk?
Gotta be the portrayal. Gotta be.
Because I'm not understanding the outrage. I'm also not here to coddle white fragility, especially in the vein of comedy. That's just not something that I'm prone to do. I also feel like you just got to get over it. Like he's a comedian. He doesn't take anything seriously. We watched him sit on stage and mess up Jackson, Smith and Jigba's name. Like, he's a comedian. He doesn't care about people's thoughts. He's going to do what he wants to do because he's a comedian. It's his job. I have no issue with him doing it. I don't think he took it too far. I am in agreement with Acho. I didn't find the skit particularly funny at all. Like, I didn't laugh. I think this is probably one of the biggest duds Druski's. Actually, it's probably his only dud. I rock with Druski heavy. I think
that Soul Train one wasn't that good. The last one that he dropped. This is what I thought was like.
But it was at least a good production. Yeah. This was nightmare fuel. He looked terrifying. That is, he did look terrifying. I was scared to close my eyes last night.
I think that's what made it funny, though. It was like
I don't know, brother. That was nightmare fuel. He looked terrifying, like something from The Mask. Like it was pretty bad. But I don't know. I think Druski's fine. It was a dud for me in terms of the comedic value, but too far because he did whiteface. Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, I can understand if you do take offense to it. I can understand that. But does that mean that he needs to stop making videos? Like, no. That was your interpretation and you were offended. And that's just comedy, though. Sometimes jokes are going to hurt your feelings.
Yep.
That's life. Yep. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. If you're offended, block Druski.
Yeah. And it's easy to keep it pushing. It's easy. I don't like that dude. He made that skit about Erica Kirk. I thought it was in poor taste. Cool. Yeah. Keep it pushing. Like you have every right to do that if you genuinely think so. It's the trying to change everything that he has going on because it's just like, no, like what are we doing?
What you want, yeah.
Also, for a side of politics that's so anti-cancel culture and whatnot, why y'all trying to do that to someone else?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a little hypocritical.
It is.
Snowflakes.
Trey, we got any super chats, G?
We definitely have some super chats to get to. Let me see. We'll start with Jose Guillen, our resident baseball fanatic, said, "Happy opening day, fellas. Dodgers smacked the D-backs.
Sure did.
Yamamoto is still that guy. Also, free Paul Skeens."
Man, did you see that?
Well, he got cooked.
Yeah, he
That was crazy.
he had
What
a
I
bad-
missed? What I missed?
Best
Oh my
pitcher,
God,
best pitcher in
bro.
the MLB.
The center fielder
Young
was just like
prodigy
out there
came into
point
it.
shaving.
Yeah, so the bases end up getting loaded early on. Ends up hitting it out to center field. Center field was lollygagging. The ball
went
goes
over his
over him.
head.
Essentially, the best pitcher in the game,
3 times.
looked
the
like
best pitcher in the game, didn't make it through an inning of opening
Now,
day.
y'all know where Paul Skeens is
Yeah.
from, huh?
And it wasn't his fault? Or was
No,
his fault?
I mean somewhat, but not
the
really.
Bay?
No.
Damn.
Nah,
Center
Paul
fielder cooked him.
Skeens from Orange County, man. Go ahead and
Yeah.
get him back out here with the Dodgers,
But in the Air
baby. From
Force.
Orange County.
God.
Dang.
He got to
Yeah.
go to the Angels if he's.
Nah. He
Angels.
probably
Ain't nobody need to go to the
He
damn
want to
Angels.
win.
Any
He want
other
to
super
win.
chats, Trey?
He want to win.
We did get a $50 super chat from D'Angelo Moore. Said, "What about Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder? Isn't that blackface? But a lot of people like that movie."
It's absolutely okay. Hold up. Tropic Thunder blackface. The joke was he's an actor doing blackface. Like
Right.
that's like you like
Yeah.
you had to be meta. Like he was the joke is he's metacognizant that he's doing blackface, and then we have other black actor that's upset that he's doing blackface. So like the joke is he's an actor doing blackface. It's not he's just doing that in the movie,
Right.
and that's just what it is. That would be wild.
That'd be crazy.
It was like I go watch Dunkirk and there's a like Harry Styles is just black with an afro in the movie.
Yeah.
Like no, the joke is he's doing blackface.
Yeah.
I don't know. That
Also,
movie's hilarious.
Druski's made his come up in making fun of black and white people. He did the
Yes.
whole frat boy shit,
The frat boy-
scratching his
Kyle
balls
Rogers,
and
yeah.
they cut and then also like keep God in your life. fuck
You know
nigga.
why it's an
Like-
issue now when it hasn't been an issue before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Come on
it's
now.
like it hasn't been an issue.
It's a
like,
sensitive
shouldn't-
community.
It is. Bro.
It's a very
It
like
is.
anyone in the political
Well,
landscape
until they're
is
not.
hypersensitive.
They're sensitive until they're not.
They're sensitive until
Until it aligns with their views, and then there's no room for.
they're sensitive until
and that's all.
Yeah.
Politics and both sides and
is
bipartisan,
true.
all that.
It is what
It's
it
not
is,
one
yeah.
side or the other. Last one I got is from JIE Protective Services LLC. Said, "What do you think about the Giants signing Darnell Mooney?"
Hold on.
JIE, where you from, man? Might need some security for my
Protective
boy.
services.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on.
I can just see a dude with his arms crossed in a
I got a buddy
Kevlar
I
jacket.
got
on.
somebody that needs your
Let me
services,
pull up the channel
JIE.
real quick, man.
I got somebody that needs your
JIE.
services. I'll talk to him.
J.I.E.
Yeah, JIE Protective Services said, "What do you think about the Giants signing Darnell Mooney?" Also, Acho, can you tell PrizePicks to let people in Connecticut join so I can follow your picks?
Bruh, look, I'm not going to tell. Let me not say nothing illegal.
Cross that border, brother.
Let me not encourage no illegal
just go
behavior.
to the
How
next
deep in
state.
Connecticut are you though?
Let me not
Right.
encourage.
If you right about you just go to New York.
Bruh, or get somebody who you love and who you trust in Texas, my home state.
Oh, bro. Someone in the chat said Nigeria, my home state.
Hey, bro, that's crazy.
Maybe that fast?
That's crazy.
Hey, T answers Darnell Mooney question about the Giants.
It should help him. I feel like he kind of had like the yips a little bit with some drops at some point last year, but explosive, quick, he can play.
Yeah. Well said.
Cool. That's all I got.
Where we at,
So much
Carebear?
Moving forward, we got to talk about some more drama. Cam Newton responded to Ryan Clark's comments about what he said about bringing Jason Whitlock on the show. I'll let you guys take a look at what he had to say.
See this.
I will always do me and will continue to do me. And everybody who tried to change me, it's not going to happen because I am very secure and understand what I want for me. Please don't try to question that. Ron Terry, you know I rock with you. But just like any situation where there's some type of brotherhood, we're gonna have a platform.
Yeah. That's what it meant, my platform, but yeah.
This was never about people together to have the uncomfortable conversation.
All right, man.
Uncomfortable conversation. Was,
Technically, that was my job as a creator.
He also had something to say later on in the video. I'll let you guys listen.
So you mean to tell me you talk about people for a living and you get mad when somebody talks about you? That's what it is. We all have our own opinion.
So people gonna have their opinion about you.
Regardless.
Fellas, how do we feel? Whose side are you guys on?
Well, first,
in
let me say this.
Oh, okay.
Uncomfortable Conversations is trademarked. Cam, tread lightly.
Oh, wow.
Tread lightly. No, I'm kidding. Cam, you my dog. Keep killing it. Keep killing it. Keep killing it. I'm on the side of RC. I'm on the side of Ryan on this one. And because Cam, I understand what Cam's saying. Like, don't tell me who can come on my platform and don't tell me how to use my platform. But, bruh, to me, the code is the code. And what is the code? The code is simple. If your best friend or your homeboy breaks up with a girl, I'm not going to try to get with her, at least not imminently. In the same breath, that same code is, if you rock with a dude in Stephen A. Smith, I'm not going to go talk to his very known and public op who has publicly slandered his name in an egregious and offensive manner. I'm just not going to do that. Furthermore, where I have to push what and challenge what Cam said. Cam, you said I was very interested in Jason Whitlock's takes. It wasn't about Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith. What takes were you interested in, Cam? Reason I'm asking you this, Cam, is because the only take from that conversation that has gone viral, the only one, is the Whitlock take about Stephen A. Smith. I don't know if you asked him anything about sports. I don't know if he answered. We ain't hear about it. I don't know if you asked him anything about LeBron versus Jordan. I don't know if he answered. We ain't hear about it. I don't know if you asked him who had the best NFL offseason thus far. We ain't answer. I don't know if you asked him who's a better coach right now, Sean McVay, Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, Nick Sirianni. We don't know. The only take that cut through the timeline that Cam, your brilliant social media team really pushed and caught traction of was Whitlock on Stephen A. Smith. So you can't, Cam, knowingly, as brilliant as you are, and Cam, you my favorite in the game and you was my favorite playing. So as brilliant as you are, Cam, you can't now come and say, it wasn't about Whitlock and Stephen A. I wanted to hear Whitlock's takes. Takes on what? It was exclusively, at least publicly, to our perception about Whitlock and Stephen A. So to me, I side with Ryan on this because I do think there's a level of code and a level of respect between brothers that work with each other, work for each other, support each other.
I hadn't really seen all of this.
Yeah.
And so it's first time, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And people would always ask a question, like, what would you prefer, love or loyalty? And this is where Cam should have been loyal to Stephen A. Smith. Like, I'm cool with Whitlock when I see him. I say what's up to him. I haven't seen him in a long time. But the fact that when Shannon had his incident, Shannon Sharp, he was on First Take with Stephen A. That stopped. Stephen A. brought Cam Newton on. That was an olive branch. And you know him and Whitlock been going at it. I don't care what you were interested in the takes. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm not. I know you pretty well now. This just me though. This just me. Anybody I'm cool with. If somebody talking about them, I'm walking out or I'm gonna defend them. I'm not gonna let nobody talk about somebody that I'm cool with and just act like I'm not cool with them. That's me though. That's just how I am. And so I feel like Cam knows how Stephen A. feels about Jason Whitlock. I'm not even going to have him on the show. Just because I know if Stephen A. is my guy, how can I bring his op on my show?
That part.
Yeah.
Like, that's my op. We don't get along. We not speaking to each other when we see each other. But I'm going to have him on my show after Stephen A. is giving me an olive branch and brought me on First Take, as you said, the most watched show on television. And so I don't agree with it, but everybody operates differently. Everybody has a different set of morals and code that they go by and they live by. I'm just different.
But are you different or are you the norm? Because to me, T, everything you said, I too would abide by. There's not a world in which I'm bringing on my homeboy's op, particularly if they're a known op.
Unless Cam doesn't view Stephen A.
like that.
Yeah,
like his homeboy.
Then it's warranted.
Yeah.
If Cam don't view Stephen A. like that, then everything Cam did is perfectly fine. And so he may not view Stephen A. the way Stephen A. may view him.
Yeah.
And so they say when somebody show you who they are,
believe them.
Believe them.
I'll ask y'all this. Y'all ever had a situation where you cool with one dude, you cool with another dude, and they beefing?
Yes.
I don't know what Cam's relationship is
but
with
if that's
Jason
the
Whitlock.
case, so you, as a homie,
yeah,
you try to see if we can bring this together. Like, hey, what'd he do to you? What'd he do to you? What's the problem? Can we get together and talk as men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't never happening between them.
And if not, at least like, and this is public, right? Shady always go to RG3. He's gone at RG3 on X. RG3 and Shady have gone at each other on X. I've known RG3 since high school. We both from Texas. He goes to Baylor. I go to UT. I've known Shady since I was 21. They both my homies. Very different people. Incredibly different people. whenever Shady throws shade at RG3, y'all know me in here. I'm always like, but he was Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Shady, but what that mean? Shady won Rookie of the Year over Andrew Luck. Like, I'm never just going to act as though I don't know Robert because Shady might not think as highly of Robert as I think of Robert. In the same breath, I'll never knock Shady because that's my dog.
Yeah.
And so I do think to T's point, like, there's a world where it's like, you don't just sit there and just let somebody, shoot at your man.
You can't. How can you do that? How can I let somebody talk about him and then see him a couple days later and act like that never happened?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
That's the tough element of it, although. It's like, I guess the question is, like, one, it's his platform. If you were to bring RG3 on this show, and obviously Shady and RG3 aren't as contentious as, like, Jason Whitlock and Stephen A., at least to my knowledge. But, I mean, maybe, I don't know. But would you bring RG3 on this show? It's your platform. He's a dude that you respect as well, and you guys have a good rapport.
No. Y'all got to remember, I was at a network before this.
Yeah.
And the last show I did was myself, Shady McCoy, James Jones.
Yep.
Oh, and there was a quarterback. Quarterback was Chase Daniel. RG3 was released by ESPN. RG3 was a free agent. Y'all do the math.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, because Shady's my dog, and Shady's already here and is my dog, I'm not finna, like, knowingly bring on, like, whether you want to admit it or not, I'm not going to knowingly bring on somebody who you publicly have gone at on social media. Whether Shady likes Robert or doesn't.
Unless they can mend whatever they probably have.
Quite literally, and Robert is that's my dog.
Yeah.
Like, I don't agree with everything Robert does. I think he tries too hard. I think he does stuff just to go viral. But, like, me and Robert, we cool. Yeah. Robert's great. But I'm like, no, I respect them individually too much. You know I
guess where I'm getting at is, I don't blame Cam for bringing him on the show. I blame Cam for not checking him if your relationship is as close with Stephen A. as it is. One, I think we as men should be able to talk to each other regardless of beef. Now, do you want to platform someone that's hating? Sure, but also if I'm gonna platform someone that's hating on my boy, I'm gonna make sure, you're gonna hear it from me that this is not cool. Like I actually disagree with you. You had to take earlier about big T truths and little T truths, right? Yep. And Jason Whitlock was talking about him getting held back in the fourth grade, him lying about this and this and this. There was no checking from Cam, which is where I think there could be improvement in that area, at least from my opinion. I'm not here to say what Cam can and cannot. I mean, he's a grown man. He's gonna make his own decisions. I don't think I would platform someone that was beefing with the dude that was an op of someone that supported me and that I rock with. But also at the same time, if I did, I think I would take it upon myself to check them whenever they're talking like a bunch of crazy shit about the dude that I'm cool with as well.
Hey, quick question.
Talk to me. I'm all ears, G.
You think Cam get back on First Take?
Of course. Stephen A. is a glutton for ratings. He's like The Bachelor. Stephen A. is a glutton for ratings. The moment Stephen A. brings Cam back on, everybody watching, and they gonna make it a big thing. Cam Newton returns to First Take this Friday, and boy, I got some words for him. Y'all gonna want to tune in. That's exactly what Stephen A. gonna do.
Yeah, and they gonna dap up.
Literally,
be tuned in though.
They'll do it as a whole.
No, man. The way Stephen A. and Whitlock they despise each other.
They do, but like it's interesting, right? Marcellus has talked. Some people say bad about me, right? I used to do a show with Marcellus. I saw Marcellus 2 days ago. I saw him at Burst.
You know what's crazy about Marcellus? All he want to do is laugh and have fun. That's all he want to do.
But if Marcellus has a YouTube video, why everybody hates Emmanuel Acho?
Really?
Like a 25-minute YouTube video.
Damn.
And me and Sal worked together for 2 years. He thinks I snaked him out of the job and thinks I did all of these things that just aren't true. But he's talked bad about me. But like, I see him. I literally saw him 2 days ago. We talked for like 10, 15 minutes. It is what it is. Like, it's love. Like, you doing a job, I'm doing a job. He's one of the most, if not, he's one of the most talented people I've ever worked with. And I can say that truth. And in the same breath, he can say his truth. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, bro, you killing it. Keep killing it. And he going to go say what he wants to say. And I'm going to say what I want to say. It is what it is, bro. I think everybody's just too sensitive with everything going on right now. That's my take.
Yeah.
I think that's the case for this situation, though.
Yeah.
I think everybody's being too sensitive about Cam's take. And when we first talked about this, whatever it was, a day or two ago, I said Cam has a job to do. And I think when he mentioned in the video Kieran, when you played it, he said something about strong opinions. I had Whitlock
Yes.
on because of strong opinions. I think he was referring to the strong opinions that Whitlock has had about Cam in the past. So he wanted to get on there and address that man to man. Hey, you said XYZ about me, so let's talk about it.
He wasn't a Cam
and
fan,
by the
to be
way,
honest.
what's going on with you and Stephen A? And then to a point that I made before also, Stephen A said in his rant, his response to Whitlock was like, to Cam Newton, I don't have an issue with you having him on the show, talking to him, doing the thing, which, pause break real quick, because like you said, Stephen A is a glutton for clicks. He knows it. And Cam is cut of that same cloth.
Yes,
He's going to do what he has to do for clicks and engagement. So Stephen A understands that part of it, I think. Stephen A's point is what you said, Karen, which is that, hey, but at least if you're going to do that, just check the bullshit at the door.
That part.
Yeah.
If he starts rambling off about me talking lies, spewing this nonsense,
and you rock with me for real, then you should.
Just follow up with oh, really? Where's your receipts for that? Yeah. How do you know that?
Yeah.
What proof do you have? Yeah. So that's the only thing I got for you.
Now look, moving forward, we got to talk about some more stuff. Isiah Thomas. Not the Celtics Isiah Thomas, but the Pistons Isiah Thomas for all my young folk out there. Zeke. Yes, he came out and said that, if KD switched spots with MJ, he probably could have won 6 rings as well. I'll let you guys listen to what he had to say.
And I said this to Kevin Durant, and I'm going to say this to all of you sitting on the panel. And I said to Kevin Durant, hey, if you would have played back in our era and they put you in the triple post at that mid-post area and they took Michael Jordan out and you played with Pippen and you played with Kukoc and you got to run into the mid-post, shit. Would he have won 6 championships? Absolutely.
Fellas, how do we feel about Isiah Thomas saying that if he was on the Bulls?
To the no.
Wow.
Go ahead.
How do we feel about Isiah Thomas saying that if KD was on the Bulls playing in that triangle, he would have won 6 championships?
Absolutely not. You're assuming just because somebody is a talent, the championships will find them. And Kevin Durant has quite literally proven to us that just because he is a freakazoid talent, one of the 10 most talented players that's ever played the game, championships don't just find him. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, you likely would have thought they'd win championships. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, you likely would have thought they would win championships. Kevin Durant joining a young and ascending Rockets team led by one of the best coaches in basketball, the 2 seed the year before, you likely would have thought they'd be poised to win a championship. And the Rockets don't look poised. The Suns absolutely collapsed, and the Nets were a dumpster fire. So just because you have talent does not mean a championship has a GPS tracking device on you. It is still going to be hard to locate. I'm not going to sit here and say absolutely by any stretch of the imagination that Kevin Durant would have won championships, plural. Not because KD doesn't have the talent. Wildly as it pertains to basketball, he has the talent. But what do we know about Jordan? Jordan's a leader. Jordan's a trailblazer. Jordan's a galvanizer of human beings. That is how and why Jordan won championships. What was it? Y'all gonna have to correct me because I haven't watched it as recently. I think it was the 1998 Bulls versus Jazz. I think it was game 6. Malone has the ball in the post. Jordan rips it, gets the steal. That's when he goes down the court, crosses over Byron Russell, gets the bucket. Kevin Durant not getting that steal. If somebody else got the steal, Kevin Durant could obviously make the shot. Duh. But go back and rewatch. And Kieran, I know you've already done it probably the most recently. I did it during the course of COVID. I had to rewatch everything and study as I was gearing up for a new show. If you really go back and rewatch certain moments, there were pivotal moments. Could Jordan make a shot on Byron Russell? Duh. But if you look at the context of the game and the moment of the game and Jordan coming off of his defender, there's just more to it than making shots. KD's a much better shot maker as it pertains to efficiency than Jordan. But I'm not going to assume he would have won. Absolutely would have won 6 chips.
He would have won championships. 6 is the stretch. Isiah Thomas just hate Michael Jordan. That's what that told me. He hate his ass with a passion.
He should.
Kept him off the Olympic team. He nah. KD would have won championships for sure. But 6, Jordan is an icon. And I didn't like the Bulls growing up. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm a Laker fan. Thanks. All my homeboys love the Bulls. Every last one of them. But Michael Jordan, that dude is an icon. It's kids that never seen Jordan play. They walking around in his shoes, his shorts, his shirts, his socks.
Yeah.
Because of their parents, because of us. And so Kevin Durant, I think the world of Kevin Durant. I would give him 3, maybe 4, but 6, you can't say that. It's because of the intangibles.
Correct.
Things that a guy will do in a game that still.
Yeah.
And it's a close game. I'm standing on my guy. I don't want.
Yeah.
Jordan has enough, and I'm going to take this chance. Oh, and it worked. And that's just instinct. Certain guys have it and certain guys don't. To do the right thing at the right time.
Yeah.
And so 6, no, but I will give KD some championships.
The other
for sure.
thing is Jordan has a certain level of selfishness, if we're being honest, that Kevin Durant has never displayed. Jordan has a certain level of selfishness that I believe you need to be an all-time great, which I believe LeBron James unfortunately lacks, which has cost him in several moments because LeBron James is going to make the best basketball play. Michael Jordan's going to say, I'm the best basketball play. There's a significant difference. Kevin Durant lacks a certain selfishness. That's why you can watch the Rockets play the Lakers most recently as the last 2 weeks, and Kevin Durant can shoot 2 shots or 3 shots in the first half. A double team did not limit Kevin Durant to 3 shots in the first half in I would suggest, a must-win game. The difference between being a 3 seed and a 6 seed. That wasn't a double team. That was Kevin Durant having a disposition of deference at times. The one time Kevin Durant was selfish, he gets into it with Draymond Green, and unfortunately he pouts, packs his ball, and goes home to Brooklyn. Jordan's also not doing that. So who's to say when the Bulls, Kieran, you're going to have to help me here. I know in the chat y'all already going to be on my head. Who's to say when the Bulls acquired Kukoc, Durant wouldn't have packed his bag and gone home? Because when the Bulls acquired Kukoc, remember how pissed off Pippen was.
Yeah.
So who's to say when
But
the Bulls go out there and
seen
get
him in practice
Kukoc?
the first day and said, "Oh, he can't fuck with me."
I don't disagree. I'm just saying we've seen Kevin Durant pick up his ball and go home several times. So there's just so much more to it than basketball. Is Durant a top 3 most efficient scorer of all time? The stats prove that. But I'm not going to jump to say he absolutely would have won 6 chips.
To say he absolutely would have won 6 is wild. I'll admit that. To say he absolutely would have gone out there and won 6, there's so many things that go into three-peating twice. One, you have to stay healthy. Your teammates have to be good and healthy during that entire time, which, Pippen had his injuries later on during the second three-peat. But to say that he's not capable, I wouldn't say that either. We forget how good the Bulls team was around Michael Jordan, and it's gross because Jordan gets all the credit. Pippen does get credit. He's a Hall of Famer, but you had 2 other Hall of Famers on that team. Kukoc, Hall of Famer, and a deserving Hall of Famer. European basketball star, came to the league, hooped as well. Scottie Pippen, one of the best two-way players of an entire generation of basketball. He's a top 10 in that era, no question. He leaves to go play baseball. You know how many games they won that season, guys?
50 plus.
55 games that season, whenever he leaves. They had an incredible supporting cast. So to add Kevin Durant to that type of situation, yes, they would win multiple championships. To say 6, I think that might be a stretch, but it would not surprise me if we had some sort of time machine to take Kevin Durant from nowadays and drop him back there. First of all, it'd be crazy. He'd be dropping 40 every game. They've never seen anybody like Kevin Durant ever in that era. They just haven't. Kukoc was the closest thing to him. Like Trey said, he's 6'11" dude that could shoot, but he had nowhere near the handling ability off the ball. But I say all that to say, Acho, I hate this, but I do agree with you.
My dog.
I think Jordan's killer instinct was the difference between them being able to go win 6 rings. Now, their team was talented enough to win every single year.
All the best teams back in the day, real talk, they were super teams. The best teams, they were all super teams.
I didisagree.
They were. They were.
So, let's look at the teams that...
You named 3 Hall of Famers with us for.
Okay,
Dennis Rodman.
well, okay.
Like, the Lakers,
yes.
super team.
Yeah. Let's talk about... Okay, Lakers, they were later on. Let's talk about the teams that they played, that he played in the finals to win, right? First year, they have the Lakers. AC Green, second best player probably on that team that year with Magic. I don't know if Worthy was... I'm forgetting now, but Magic, he was also... I'm going to have a conversation that's kind of nasty, but he was HIV positive during that series. Next year, they end up... I'm just being honest. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? That's not crazy, is it? Okay, bad. Okay.
Take, brother.
Next, he ends up playing Clyde. Run through them. They had nowhere near the talent that they do. It was Clyde and Terry. Clyde and Terry, amazing players, but they weren't nowhere near as close to what the Bulls had. The year after that, they end up playing the Suns. Probably the best team that he played during those six rings that he had.
But the teams
Charles
that were
Barkley,
winning,
amazing.
The Bulls,
yes,
super team. The Lakers, super team.
In the 80s.
Detroit Pistons, super team.
Older than
because
them.
they all have multiple Hall of Famers on those teams.
You need multiple Hall of Famers to win multiple rings, though.
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
I already said this before. There's not a superstar in NBA history that we're throwing in all-time great conversations that won multiple rings without a Hall of Fame teammate. Not one. Yeah. Jokic, until he gets a Hall of Fame teammate, I'm not going to believe he can go win a championship. We've never seen it before, ever. We've never seen it.
Another championship.
Another championship.
Yeah.
Even Hakeem had Clyde for the second one. Now I know he was old, but
he still had him.
He still had him. You need a Hall of Fame second player to win multiple championships in the NBA. So Michael Jordan got 6. He deserves all the credit for that. He was unbelievable. Like you said, that competitive edge is the reason why I say for sure. I can't question. I can't put KD in that conversation just because he doesn't have the same killer instinct, if you will, as a Michael Jordan did.
The other thing is, it's not even I can't. It's impossible to put KD in that conversation.
It's not impossible.
Here's why it's
the
impossible.
talent is amazing.
You know what? It's because he's
talent of the team was
played
crazy.
so long and he
talk-
hasn't shown this
Thank
to
you.
us.
Because
if he was in like year 8, it's like, okay,
He
has a lot of time
But
left.
here's the problem.
That's
What's the other
why.
team that he played on with 2 Hall of Famers on it?
Several.
Golden
No.
State.
Suns?
Okay, sure.
The Nets? Every
I won't
team.
even count the Nets
Every
because
team.
The Suns?
they were hurt.
The Suns.
D-Book already Hall
Devin
of
Booker
Famer.
for sure going to
Bradley
be Hall
Beal
of
is
Famer.
Yeah,
it.
he got
Bradley
Bill
Beal is
medals,
it.
yeah.
He will be.
Bradley Beal's
Bradley,
not-
just because Bradley Beal ain't won nothing.
Bradley
won't
Beal
make
not
it.
gonna be a Hall
He
of
won't
Famer.
make it.
But Book.
Booker's making
But
100.
that's what I'm saying. Book and that,
Yeah.
like, he didn't have 2 other ones. The time that he had 2 other ones, Nets, Kyrie, James Harden,
Yep.
they both get hurt. You're up 2-1 in a series against the Bucks.
But remember, that should have lasted longer.
I
too.
understand.
'Cause
Well, he could have just stayed in Golden State and won 8 championships, and it would have been nasty.
That's my other point. Y'all got to remember is like Kevin Durant has dictated his career.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant chose to leave OKC.
Yeah.
Is there a world where
That's the
Kevin
one with 2
Durant could have won?
Hall of Famers,
Okay, yeah. Is there
Yeah.
a world where KD could have figured it out with Russ and some? Maybe, but many people said that expired. But you were up 3-1 on the Warriors, so surely you could have won a chip there. You leave. Could KD have stayed at Golden State? Yes, he could have. He left. I don't know that Jordan would have allowed, and maybe this is me buying into the myth of Michael Jordan. I don't know that Kyrie would have been as wild with Jordan on the roster as he was with KD on the roster, because KD is so laid back and chill. Think about this for a moment. When Kyrie was with Bron.
Yeah.
Kyrie was best behavior. School book out, notes, pen and paper. I'm being facetious, obviously. Best behavior. Kyrie goes and becomes an OG to young Jaylen Brown and young Jason Tatum, and then you start to see Kyrie wild a little bit. Now Kyrie goes to somewhere where nobody will check him because Kevin Durant don't want to check nobody. He wants to hoop. Now Kyrie is, start saying this anti-Semitic thing there, posting this anti-Semitic thing here, doing this with this group. There's so much to leadership, Kieran, that transcends hooping that Kevin Durant has publicly said he wants nothing to do with. So this isn't Acho slandering him. Kevin Durant's just like, oh, I don't want nothing to do with that, of which the likes of Jordan majored in.
I think it's hard to ignore, like, the other greatest team of all time is the team that he was on, and he won championships there. And I understand it is Kevin Durant's doing to leave. I think TJ, you said it earlier. If he was on that team, he maybe said it before the show. If he was on that Bulls team, he would have left and tried to do something else on his own. I think it's tough though too, because that's the most talented team that we've seen since the 96-97 Bulls. If you exclude the Showtime Lakers, like the Kobe and Shaq Lakers and whatnot.
What's the most talented team?
No, the Warriors in 2017, 2016.
Since the Bulls.
Since the Bulls in
but here's the thing
96,
is,
97.
if you extract Michael Jordan from that Bulls team, right? Because the conversation
They
is,
won 55 games.
Yeah,
the
but
best
that
player
doesn't make them the most talented team.
That makes
Supporting
you
cast.
that supporting cast was unbelievable.
You
had Steve Kerr, John Paxson, B.J. Armstrong, Horace Grant. They were loaded, especially in that era.
But
Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, Michael Jordan, a starting 5 with 4 Hall of Famers. That team is one of the greatest we've ever seen.
Here's the other question though, because it's a conversation that's way too deep for right now.
Yeah.
But you also have to remember, championships makes you a Hall of Famer too.
Yes.
So like, by proxy of having 3 chips, of which I think Rodman ended up with 3. I don't think he was there for the front half and the back half.
Pistons,
But, like,
and then he also got
So like,
Yeah, the
by
Pistons and-
proxy, winning championships gets you a Hall of Fame. Even if you're not necessarily a Hall of Fame talent, the championships get you to the Hall of Fame. If Chris Middleton got 3 championships with Giannis, Chris Middleton's gonna go into the Hall of Fame.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. Here's why.
No, he doesn't.
Because
with
if
one
he's-
All-Star selection, no, he does not.
But he's gonna have more than one All-Star selection. Because
Is Horace Grant in the Hall of Fame right now?
But here's my point. Middleton didn't get an All-Star selection until Giannis got an MVP. Go look it up. When Giannis became an MVP, Chris Middleton became an All-Star. Excellence begets excellence.
Now,
so my
when did he
point
get his
is,
All-Star? After he won a championship or before?
simultaneously, I believe, or before. It was when Giannis got it. Middleton played 9 years.
Middleton's
no
a good
no
player.
All-Stars. Giannis gets an MVP. Middleton gets an All-Star. Because a rising tide floats all boats. So the point I'm making is championships, it elevates the thought of how you look at a human.
But you're not saying that for Dennis Rodman, though.
No, Rodman was bad, man.
It's only one guy you can be talking about is Kukoc.
You can't be saying that about
Scottie Pippen either.
I'm saying it.
It got to be Kukoc.
They would have been Hall of Famers without Michael Jordan.
To me, I'm saying it's the Prince. See, not if they don't win chips.
Oh, what? Scottie Pippen's a Hall of Famer without Michael Jordan.
Not Pippen. I'm saying Kukoc ain't no Hall of Famer without.
What?
No, if they're chipless.
First of all, he's a Hall of Famer because of what he did in the European Basketball League. Those
it's the basketball.
It's a basketball Hall of Fame. So he's a Hall of Famer regardless.
Yes.
Kukoc, you can say whatever you want. I do think that's a guy that maybe
yeah.
was elevated. But guys like Horace Grant got 4 NBA defensive teams and 4 chips and 1 All-Star. He's not a Hall of Famer because of those chips. He's just not that. He wasn't at that level. You need guys that are at that level. Scottie Pippen is a Hall of Famer regardless wherever he goes. He was just that talented.
Horace Grant's not a Hall of Famer.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. He's not in the Hall of Fame, and he has chips.
Accolades,
he has chips. He has chips and four NBA all defensive teams.
Yeah.
But he's not ever going to be a Hall of Famer.
No.
And he got elevated with championships and has the accolades and all of that. It's just you need actual help out there. And I'm happy I can have this conversation because I actually watched Michael Jordan play. So yeah.
Well, you went back and watched.
Yes,
Michael.
but like,
counts, though.
what more can you ask me? What more can you ask me?
Yeah, that counts.
No. You
I mean, I have a whole different respect for Michael Jordan than I think most people that are just saying stuff about Michael Jordan not being the GOAT and whatnot. I've seen every single playoff game the dude's ever played.
Yeah.
And it's some otherworldly shit.
Yeah.
So,
But now, seeing that
yes.
and seeing Kevin Durant, the highs and the lows. Obviously, Kevin Durant is amazing.
He doesn't have the same killer instinct that a Michael Jordan does.
Yeah,
which is exactly why I said
Kevin
Durant could. Would he though? The way that Isiah Thomas framed it, no. I think that's unfair to say he just would go out there and do it.
Yeah.
Now, if we had a time machine, we're just talking purely basketball. That era of basketball has never seen any. Kevin Durant would be burned at the stake. It would be ridiculous. They would think he was a witch.
Bad.
They would think he's a witch, brother.
Not
a
that bad.
7-footer.
If it was the 60s,
we're talking about a league that had Bill Cartwright out there. That's who they'd be asking to guard him. Imagine what Kevin Durant would do to Dave Corzine or Bill Cartwright.
But here's the other.
It would be nasty.
But here's the other
Think
problem.
about that.
Kevin Durant wouldn't be Kevin Durant in 1990.
No, he wouldn't.
That's not the
question,
what if though. It was just what if.
We're talking about how much the game's
we just do it even
if you really dropped him back there, he's winning 8. I'm sorry. He's winning as many as he
like,
wants to.
How many Oscar, Grammy, everythings are you winning in the 1960s? You feel me?
I'm putting in work. Knowing what I know now, I'm putting in work. I got an EGOT tomorrow.
Yeah, literally, Kieran today in the 1960s would be the most talented human on earth.
Yeah.
He you can do impressions? Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can play musical instruments.
Right?
You're a vocalist?
It's just
you're a that was down to the 60s. You might have to go back.
I'm saying
I want to go back further.
But there were don't go too far.
I don't need to go too far back. But Stevie Wonder is far more talented than I'll ever be. And that's a dude that was popping in the 60s and 70s. You know what I mean? So
that's fair.
I think that we can't discredit the
OGs.
The OGs.
Can't discredit the OGs.
Except for the basketball players. Them boys was milkmen. I watched Dave Corzine. That was ass.
Man.
Trey, what are the super chats we got, G?
Black and white highlights are tough. Listen,
really
Ken Road 200X says Zeke is my favorite all-time player. Shout out to you because Zeke is a
Hoosiers.
Come on now. He said, I understand his hatred for Jordan. I was there watching those wars happen, but these takes based on anger are a bad look. Yeah. He needs to let this go for his own sake. It's sad to see.
Can I add on that?
I have to agree with that.
Hell no, I'm not letting go of that. Hell no.
You have to, bro.
I met the criteria. And I wasn't selected.
Was not selected.
And I still was not selected.
Close the doors.
Isiah Thomas is a top what point guard in y'all's opinion?
Top 6 at least.
Top 3. He's a top 3 point guard of all time.
Yeah.
On the most talented team that gets talked about it's one of the most well-regarded basketball teams ever thrown together. And you look at that roster and we talk about the dream team like it's one of the greatest moments in basketball history. It's the greatest team ever assembled. It's what everybody says. For him to be robbed of that because of a personal dispute because you got your ass whooped by me, And when we were in our prime to the playoffs over and over and over again, and you were jealous of that because you had this really crazy competitive spirit, and we maybe talked some trash. For me to be robbed of being on that, having that opportunity because you're the face of the league, and I was whooping your ass, but I didn't get that same credit, I'd be pissed about it too. He gonna on his deathbed. He gonna be pissed about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if his last words were not "fuck Michael Jordan."
Yeah, it is nasty. It is nasty to see
I want you
Christian
to think
Laettner
about
on
it.
that
That was
joint.
you, and you're one of the greatest basketball players to
Yeah.
ever step foot on a floor, and you get robbed of an opportunity to be a part of one of the what is going to go down as one of the greatest teams ever put together, one of the greatest moments in basketball history. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed too.
But 30 years later, though?
Absolutely.
Man, that ain't never
Till
going
I,
away.
you gotta never going away.
You gotta see
that's my
all
legacy.
the dream team pictures and
everyone's
plays on
saying,
the
dude,
court.
there was no
And you
flaw
gotta
within the
look at
team.
Christian
You
Laettner.
gotta look at Christian Laettner or Chris Mullin.
But remember,
no, good in there when you better than both.
Laettner was the one college.
needed
He
one
was the
college
Duke.
guy.
Yeah, he was the kid.
So, like,
yeah,
Laettner would have been there.
that's fair. Yeah.
But if you gotta look at it, was Moreland was on there too? Chris Mullin?
Yes, Chris Mullin was on the dream.
Damn,
team.
was he? Okay.
Chris Mullin was, he's a good basketball
player.
Yeah, he's a hooper. He's also in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
He's Hall of Famer.
With far less than Dame from our conversation yesterday. But I also got a $50 super chat from our guy, Victor Mo Jr. Shout out. He said, what's good, fellas? Loving all these topics, but question. Knowing what we know now about Russ, KD, and Harden, if they stayed in OKC, how many rings would they have?
That'd have been crazy. They chose Serge Ibaka over James Harden. We'll never know.
Hey,
But it would have been crazy.
You wanna hear my answer?
Yeah, crazy. No.
Donuts?
No.
Big donut.
No.
Who's leading them there?
Donuts.
Huh?
Who's leading them there?
I want you to
Talent.
think about the teams that they had to go against.
The talent.
I need to hear. I'm waiting
If
on somebody to say
they
something.
stay together, one, Harden did go to a different level after he went to Houston. He was about to start, but the Thabo Cephalosha thing, I think, actually ended up
A back-to-back MVP.
back-to-back MVP. So my problem is James Harden, when it matters most, come playoff time, what have we seen?
Ding, 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 ding.
Russell Westbrook, when it comes to big playoff moments, what have we seen? We've seen you're awesome, you're amazing, you're energizing. But I don't want you taking the last shot, buddy. I don't need you taking 15 shots in the second half of a game.
Already?
Because a lot of those are bricks.
Oh,
They
right,
would
bricks.
KD
present a problem.
KD gonna
but
take 'em.
Steph, Clay, Dre,
In 15, you would have thought they could have took him because Steph, Clay, Dre were just becoming Steph, Clay, Dre,
Yeah.
whereas Harden, KD, and Westbrook, they should have been.
And in 16,
know,
16 they did choke it without Harden.
yeah.
But would they have
3-1.
gotten LeBron in them? That's the problem. On the
can't-
other side, maybe one. Maybe one. I don't know. I don't think they would have won a championship.
I can't agree with that take because we've never seen James Harden come up short in a moment where he wasn't the guy. And in OKC, he wouldn't be the guy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We've never seen Russ come up short in a moment where he wasn't the guy.
When he was asked to be less ball dominant, that was whenever he was the best, though.
That's what I'm
Which
saying.
was the Chris Paul Rockets years. That was like that was the closest that they had.
You
to
know
playing
what?
championship basketball.
Hold on. I got to call a big foul on you. They probably cussing you out in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Remember Harden with the Sixers? Completely disappeared. Game
He
6,
does
game 5 and
disappear
6.
in the playoffs.
When he was
Yeah.
Embiid was the guy.
Embiid
That's
was the
fair.
guy.
But it was like
that's fair.
but
But
like
you still
completely disappeared.
but you still drawing the play up for your scoring guard as opposed to your scoring big.
Well, I'm saying like
that
I'm
situation.
just saying the fact that I think Harden had like 14 points in an elimination game.
Yeah.
Playing with MVP Embiid. I don't think he won MVP that year, but like he was the year before, the year after. So
Yeah.
Harden just chokes.
Yeah, that's
It's weird. He
that's
just-
fair. Yeah.
He just chokes.
I still think that core.
Well, also 2012 finals. They made the finals before,
Yeah.
and he wasn't the number one. They lost to the Heat,
Yeah.
and he wasn't really good that series.
It was also the Heat.
But that's the
Wade.
problem though. It's
Not
like
one,
you
not
have
two,
Steph
not
or
three.
The reason why Steph and Bron are above everybody else in that era is because they're
They
Steph
did
and
it.
Bron.
Well,
Now
yeah,
KD,
yeah.
I do think could have. If KD stays with the Warriors, thank God he didn't.
That
If
would've
they don't
been-
have the injuries in 19,
Bro.
basketball conversations will be
Bro.
wildly uncomfortable. Wildly,
Well, we disqualify. It's stupid.
Yeah.
We disqualify. It's just
which is nasty. You can't just disqualify an era of basketball because one dude made an OP team.
We disqualify. That's stupid. I hate that.
This is a KD hate
Bro.
take.
Nah,
I'm serious.
bro,
They
when
stay
I
healthy.
went, bro. When I went to 2018 NBA Finals.
There's
in
nobody
Cleveland,
beating that team.
And I was like, this isn't even. I'm watching LeBron, who's one of the greatest, if not the greatest player of all time.
In his greatest year ever, by the way.
Wildly overmatched. Like, it wasn't even a fair fight. I was like, this is stupid. This isn't basketball.
The fact they almost won game one of that series was like, Bron taking a game off of them on some dolo was like, that
Bron averaged 35, 9, and 8 in that series. And
Bron has 3 series where he averages like a 30-plus point triple-double, and they like didn't make a game 7.
Yeah.
And like people are like, it's Bron's fault. He sucks in the finals.
Yeah. Nasty word.
I don't know where he was supposed to win.
Where we at, Karen?
Look, moving forward, Von Miller. It's his 37th birthday, one of the best pass rushers in NFL history. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl 50 MVP, 8-time Pro Bowl selection, and a 3-time first-team All-Pro, 13th on the NFL's all-time sack leaders, one of the greatest of all time. Who do you guys think is the better pass rusher, though, in your opinion? Pass rusher, Von Miller or Myles Garrett?
Me go?
Nah, bro, I got to go on this one. Both of them from Texas. Shout out to them. I got to say Von Miller. Reason I have to say Von Miller is because Von Miller had a pass rushing style that we haven't seen before, and I'm not convinced we'll see again. Von Miller's ability to bend while running a 4-4 is something that is only God-given. You cannot train it. You cannot work it out. You cannot develop it. You cannot coach it. Von Miller would not be touched en route to sacks. Myles Garrett can bend, and probably per his size might be able to bend more fluidly than Von. Von was different. But really, here's my answer. Von got Super Bowls, and not by happenstance. Von got Super Bowls because of Von Miller. Peyton Manning's 9 touchdowns, 17 interception season, that wasn't why they won that Super Bowl. It was because Von Miller stepped on the field against an MVP Cam Newton. Shout out to Marcus Ware. And Von Miller in that run got active. Von went to the Rams, and we only talk about the Aaron Donald ring me play. I challenge y'all, go look up what happened on 2nd down. Aaron Donald's ring me play, 3rd down. Go back. Rams, Bengals, look what happened on 2nd down. That's your homework assignment. And the Speakeasy, y'all know we watch tape in here. Look what happened on 2nd down. Von Miller didn't get rings by happenstance. He went out there, and quite literally took 2 Super Bowl rings. That is why, to me, I got to say Von Miller.
So you said, who's the better pass rusher? It's Myles Garrett. No question. You always take a good big guy over a good little guy. Always. Always. Myles Garrett is big.
He is. Pause that, but yeah.
Strong.
Okay, there we go.
Explosive, fast, power. Like he can beat you with power. He can beat you with speed. He can beat you with power and speed on the same pass rush move.
Yeah, he can.
And so for Von Miller was more, let me get around the edge on you, and then when I get you kind of overset, now I'll run through you. Myles Garrett can run through you when you know he's trying to run through you.
That's true. Yeah.
And he can use a finesse move when you know he's trying to use a finesse move.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett can also rush inside if he wants to. Mm-hmm. And he gonna run right through the center or the guard. And so who's the better pass rusher? For sure, it's Myles Garrett. Now, that's not taken away from Von Miller. Von Miller, animal. But Myles Garrett, he has an opportunity to finish as probably the best pass rusher ever.
Yeah.
He's that good.
Let me push back. Let me try to fight. I'm going to try. Myles Garrett's incredible. Honestly, they're both incredible.
Can I say something real quick,
They're both
though?
incredible. Go ahead.
Because you spoke of, Peyton Manning at the end of his career, they win a Super Bowl. Think about what Myles Garrett would do if he had an offense.
Yeah.
What would he do if he had all?
Yeah.
What would Myles Garrett do if he had a team that was scoring points and the other team had to? He getting all these sacks and they getting their ass kicked damn near every game.
Sure.
If they had to play from behind and it's pass, he might have 40 more career sacks.
Let me push back. The reason I'm fighting for Von is I also give credit to a pioneer. There's nothing that Myles Garrett does from a pass rushing perspective that we haven't seen before. We've seen Myles Garrett and Reggie White. Reggie White had 198.5 sacks, if I'm not mistaken. Reggie White could rush inside. Reggie White could rush outside. Reggie White was powerful, was strong, was
with that
explosive, was fast.
That type of speed around the edge.
Nah, but Myles Garrett, he's a new version. He's a 2020 version, right? He's the updated model. We haven't seen, because Vaughn isn't strong. That's what's weird. Vaughn is smaller than me.
He's just not strong.
But he's not. Vaughn is smaller than me. Like Vaughn is. He's genuinely smaller than me. Vaughn, we haven't seen someone 6'2.5", 238, 240, and could go get you 138.5 sacks.
Yeah,
we just haven't seen who.
Dwight Freeney.
No, Dwight Freeney was 6'1" and like
he's smaller,
260. Dwight is shortened.
No, he wasn't. He about 250.
But still, he's shortened.
Robert Mathis didn't have those type of career numbers, but he would get after the quarterback.
He could. But the difference for me is like Dwight, right? Dwight, we all knew. He was going to give you that speed and he was going to get a counter. He's going to get that spin. That's what he's known for. Von T would dip and not get touched. TJ Hushmanzada.
No, Von Miller,
he would not get touched.
You know, when you had these conversations, it's as if you're discrediting somebody.
Yeah, they're both amazing, by the way.
They both are upper echelon players.
Like greatest generation.
Myles Garrett has maybe twice been on a team that offensively they were competent.
Yeah, that's fair.
They have no offense, and he's putting up numbers as if he's been playing with Patrick Mahomes.
Now let me ask you this: where then do you fault Myles Garrett in the pertains of large scale legacy? Because Von Miller could have stayed in Denver, and remember, Denver sucked after Peyton left. Denver had Brock Osweiler, got rid of Brock Osweiler, because he went to the Texans. Texans got rid of him. Denver sucked up until Sean Payton showed up. For the next 5-6 years, Von was like, hey, bro, I'm not finna die here. Goes to the Rams. You have to remember, as great as Sean McVay is, as great as Stafford is, as great as Aaron Donald are, all great, they only won a championship when Von was there. As great as all of them are, and they are all great, they only won when Von showed up.
I don't know if that's fair to say they only won because Von
That
Miller.
didn't say because. I said
when he was there.
That's just a fact.
If Von Miller's not on that team, they're probably still winning the
I can't
Super
give you
Bowl.
that.
They're probably still winning.
The reason I can't give you that,
when you
look at the
at
second
that defense,
down.
when you look at that defense, by far and away, Aaron Donald was the best defensive player on that team.
No.
By far and away. Not even close.
No.
Not even close.
Nope.
By far and away.
Apples and beans.
By far and away.
Not even apples and oranges.
Aaron Donald is by far and away the best player.
It is somebody who is obsessed with defense, because all y'all would know, y'all didn't watch second down. Pull it up. Go to YouTube.
That's just one
That's
play.
one down. I'm talking about a 3-tech with a 20-sack season.
I'm talking about the game. The reason I bring up that one play is because all they show y'all is Aaron Donald taking his helmet off and doing this. And doing this to the point where if you don't go back and watch the game
when if he don't pressure Joe Burrow, game over, touchdown, Beagles win the Super Bowl. Who put that pressure on him?
See, you got me arguing.
99.
Acho.
Look at I'm not. Don't Acho me, because I with my own Los Ojos have watched and rewatched it because I almost believe that lie. Donald is great, but remember, one, Jalen Ramsey's there, who's also a first ballot Hall of Famer. And two, Von Miller, I think, had 2 sacks in the same game.
Yes, he was amazing.
If you look at that defense,
amazing.
Where does Von Miller fall on 1 through 11?
I would have said second. I would have gone Donald, Von, Ramsey.
Donald, Ramsey, Von.
No, I wouldn't do that. I like a pass rusher more than a DB.
Can we be honest here?
At that stage of their careers,
bro.
Name me another 3-tech outside of Warren Sapp to have a 20-sack season that you've seen with your own eyes.
JJ Watt
wasn't playing a 3-tech. He was playing all over the place. He played 5. He played 3. He played.
You think Donald don't play all over the place,
bro?
Don't make me do this, Kieran. Because you know I know this goddamn football.
He plays all over the place, but not as much as JJ Watt. Though he will play all over the place. Aaron Donald
played all over the place. But does Donald play inside? Yes.
Aaron Donald was 265 pounds, throwing 335 pound guards.
Absolutely was.
Back into the quarterback with one arm.
You're not wrong. But where y'all are wrong is the problem. The only reason you offended me, T, is because you said Aaron Donald was light years better than everybody else.
Okay.
If you would have said Aaron Donald was the best player on the team, how does somebody have 2.5 sacks in the Super Bowl? Check, because I don't want to.
Because Aaron Donald is on the D line.
Yep.
And they worried about 99.
Yeah.
At that stage, At that stage, yes. We ain't talking about the Von Miller in Denver. We talking the Von Miller with the Rams. Put them stats. Go back to the stats. Go back to the. Let me see Von Miller.
During that
T,
playoff
let
run.
Shady do
I want to
this,
see the
T.
stats. Let me see the stats
T,
of
let
the
Shady
Wait,
do
this
this.
Donald? Aaron Donald.
Not
never seen him.
Vaughn.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Not Vaughn, T.
Von Miller sacks that year. Let me see.
Not Vaughn,
Von Miller
T.
sacks that year?
Yeah.
I got you. I
Super
believe
Bowl
He
year.
had five
he had 5 and
games.
8 games. He had
Go to
4.
the playoffs.
He had 4 in the playoffs. Aaron Donald had 3.5 in the playoffs.
What are we talking
Why
about?
are we acting like that's the same thing?
Wait.
What are we talking about?
That was crazy.
There's no way.
What? There is a way, T.
No.
3.5 sacks.
Your boy.
He had a
When
half
you're-
sack more
No.
than a defensive tackle.
When you're playing the Rams,
Hey,
You're
Trey, let's get the ball
doubling-
going in the chat, bro.
you're
I got it drop.
doubling.
I
You're
got it
doubling
drop.
Aaron
I got it
Donald.
drop.
You're doubling Aaron Donald.
Von Miller's not just
If Von Miller beats you, you're okay with that. You're not letting Aaron Donald beat you.
Here's what y'all gotta
You're
remember.
on Denver and on the Rams.
Here's what y'all got to remember. Von Miller, before going to the Rams, is a Super Bowl champ and MVP.
Yes.
So you're not just singling Von Miller. Let's
At
not get
that
twisted.
point, yes.
T,
At that
Von
point, yeah.
was a 9-sack dude that year in the midst of getting traded. And can remember,
But when
he
you're
has-
Von Miller,
Yep.
what's 9 sacks in a year?
I mean, it's not
No,
elite.
when you're Von Miller,
Facts.
that's what I'm saying. 9 sacks. You Von Miller. You one of the best pass rushers ever.
T.
So
Aaron
in
Donald-
14 years, he has 27 more sacks. All right, no, I'm sorry. In 4 more seasons, he has 27 more sacks.
4 more seasons.
Aaron
Then-
Donald, I make
then
the
Miles?
argument Aaron Donald. No, then Aaron Donald. I can make the argument Aaron Donald's a better pass rusher than Von Miller.
You can make the argument. You can make the argument.
Aaron Donald's one of the greatest players we have ever seen play the game.
Absolutely.
Ever.
The problem
It's
is
not even remotely close.
problem is TJ said light years.
At that point in their careers.
Yeah, at that point in their career, yeah.
What year was Von in?
Von was in year, I believe.
He wasn't even that old, T.
He was 32.
What year was he in?
He was 30. I'm about to find out right now. He was in, I believe it was year.
Probably 9.
Come on, man.
Probably 9.
Yeah, he was in year 11.
Yeah.
T, he's
10
still
looks like.
he's still
10.
a,
Actually,
he's
no, he was in
still
year
a
10.
dog.
He was in
T.
year 10. He was in the same year that Aaron Donald
For
retired.
the record, by the way, Von had, if I'm not mistaken, Von had 9 sacks last year.
Yeah,
he's a
did.
37-year-old,
Yes.
36-year-old.
Because he's
So,
that-
T,
he's
we're
that
not-
good.
So my point is, I'm not going to act like 31-year-old Von is like. Here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to act like Von was only getting busy because Aaron Donald was getting double teamed. That's what we're not.
That's
gonna
not
do.
what we're saying.
No, I'm saying.
What you're saying is
when
Aaron
you
Donald
play-
is light years above.
When you
what
play
Von
the
Miller
Los
is.
Angeles Rams, when they were on the same team, your first priority is 99.
Agreed.
And then everybody else.
Yes, you say that. You said light years ahead.
He was.
Stop saying that. Stop. You have to stop
It
saying
is
that.
light years ahead.
You can say your first
Von
priority is
2016
99
and Aaron Donald
everybody else.
2021, we can have a conversation. We can have a conversation then.
We're having a conversation
Prime for
now.
prime, you can have a conversation.
Because you rewatch games. That's why I trust you. Rewatch the Super Bowl. Because you rewatch games, and I know
Von
you
Miller
do.
was an impact
Rewatch the
player.
Super Bowl.
You think the dude that grew up 15 minutes away from me, I'm not going to give credit on this damn show, Acho. That's not what's going to happen. Von Miller is one of the best speed rushers we have ever seen, if not the best speed rusher that we've ever seen
He's
in
the
the
best
NFL.
probably speed rusher, and he's one of the best edge rushers.
Yes.
Here's my problem.
He's not better than Myles Garrett as a pass rusher.
But
though, in my honest
nobody. But
opinion.
here's the offense.
Nobody. I don't think many people.
Nobody is light years ahead of Von Miller.
Can I say
Von
this?
Miller's so great. Nobody is like Von is. Nobody's light years ahead of Kevin Durant.
I can
Kevin
hear the
Durant's
light
not
years
but
argument.
nobody's Von is to me. It's
No.
impossible.
So
It's
Acho, see
impossible.
when I'm saying light years, at that moment of their careers, yes, he was. Now I'm taking Myles Garrett over Von Miller, but I'm taking Von Miller's career over Myles Garrett's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Rings and
okay.
things. Yep.
Do
Yeah.
you feel this way now, or do you think after it's all said and done, you would really take Von Miller's career over Myles Garrett's?
You gotta take.
They
Von's.
both
We're
made
taking-
hella money.
Yes.
They both are going into the Hall of Fame.
Check.
They both have crazy sacks.
Check.
Mm-hmm.
One has 2 Super Bowls. The other has none.
One has 2 Super Bowls. The other could go down as the greatest pass rusher ever.
Hey,
He won't because he won't get a 200.
and so
Who says he won't though? If he has three,
If he goes to 200, yeah.
So he's at 125 right now. If he has another 20 sack season next year, obviously that's
Man,
crazy. But if he gets 2 more 20 sack seasons, he's right on the doorstep.
No, bro. He need 3 more 20 sack seasons and a 10 sack season.
Yeah, 10, 15, yeah.
Hey, could Myles Garrett not do that?
But what year is Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett,
32.
he just
Year
turned
10.
10.
In theory,
he should be washed like Vaughn.
He going to year 10?
Yeah, he's going into 10.
He's going to year
But
10.
Vaughn came into the league. It was a little
I want you to
the
think about
rules
this.
were getting changed.
Yeah.
But the way it is now, man, these dudes not getting old till they 35. It's a different day and age.
It's a different game.
Since the NFL's gone to 17 games, though, he's never had less than 16 sacks in a season.
With a
Myles
team
Garrett.
that can barely put up points.
Yes. With a team that's usually playing from behind. Think about that. Imagine if they had an offense that actually made offense, like they had offense that made teams go
Another
out there
team
and
throw the
pass. Yeah.
ball.
Can we find any Von Miller Super Bowl like highlights? Is there any on Twitter?
See, but Von
Gosh,
Miller's
man.
a dog.
No,
He's a dog.
So the chat. So
somebody can't be light years ahead of him. No, the
Light years- light years
I won't be
is
able to
crazy.
sleep tonight
He's-
because you said light
he's
years.
clear.
At that point of their career, apples and
I
beans.
promise you.
Apples and beans.
I'm gonna break the
Trey,
mic.
what you think, Trey?
I'm gonna break the mic, T.
hold
I'm
on.
gonna break the mic.
The chat.
Thank you, please let this be ignored.
The chat is saying, Acho, you should move the goalposts to Von Miller's peak versus Aaron Donald's peak.
Yes, that's we know exactly.
'Cause I don't but y'all don't understand about Von.
It's
I
not
don't
even
have
close.
to. Von was so good. Like I don't have to move the goalposts. Like Von then, bro, you have to rewatch the game and you have to watch it like intently. Rewatch the Super Bowl.
to
People,
say
please.
Von then is just as good or close.
Not just as good.
Or close to Aaron Donald is disrespectful to Aaron Donald because he was in his prime. He was in his prime. That's disrespectful to Aaron Donald to say, this dude in year 10 or 11, here I am in year 7 or 8, and you think we close?
If I get 9,
I'm in my 20s, buddy, in his 30s. Ain't no way.
If I get 9 sacks 5 years later, then 5 years before 2 could be considered my prime. Because Von Miller got 9 sacks 5 years after the Super Bowl in question. Please, oh, praise the good Lord for film. Praise the good Lord. Praise the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
All due respect.
Why do you think the hell it was a throwaway? See, Kieran, don't start acting like you don't know football right now.
Let's
Bottom of the screen is Von Miller. Hold on, T. Let Von Miller preach. The bottom of the screen is Von.
This is Von right
it's
here.
because Aaron Donald was getting done. No, it's because he cooked him.
No, look, wait, go back. Rome, rewind.
I got it.
Find number 99. Let's see what happens with 99. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
I can't name the left guard either.
I can't.
Whoopsie-doo.
But the whole point, the left
Hold
guard.
on. Let's look 3rd and 1.
Two guys blocking him.
Hold on. Let's go again. 4th and 1.
This is a play that everybody talks about.
Oh, but we saw it on 3rd down though too. Plays
only
where he
problem I
stops to
have-
run,
but
then he
here's the-
goes out
but
there
here's
and
the
gets a
double
sack,
team.
bro.
But here's
Come
the
on,
problem.
bro.
You said light years. Look
No,
at
he said
Von's
light
play.
years. This wasn't me. Don't throw that on me.
Nothing is light years better than the second down play.
No.
Something can be
What
better,
about third and
but
fourth
nothing
down?
can be. That's not light years. If
Yes.
you would have said better, T,
No.
you're just trying to offend me by saying light
apples
years.
and beans. I'm telling you,
Apples and
light year,
beans.
Buzz light
Apples
years.
and beans.
Buzz light years.
Buzz light years.
Buzz like
Next
this
topic.
is crazy.
There's an argument. Look, I'll put it this
hate
way.
this.
I'll put it this way.
I hate this.
There's an argument. Aaron Donald's the greatest defensive player in NFL history.
Man,
That
Aaron
argument just
Donald
is not
a
being made. with
Animal,
Von Miller. And
man.
I'm not gonna say light years though. Von is unbelievable.
Yes,
but,
he is.
But I think he's clear. Aaron Donald is very much clear of Von Miller.
Well, I asked the chat.
Okay. What did the chat say?
The first question I asked was Aaron Donald the best defensive player on the team that year?
Of course.
79% say yes.
Yeah.
The other 21%, what are you doing?
Yeah, even the 21, y'all tripping. Aaron Donald was the best.
Is Aaron Donald light years better than Von Miller
No.
during the Super Bowl
I don't
year?
care what the chat says. The answer is no. The answer is
Super Bowl year?
effing no.
During the Super Bowl
It's
year.
just not.
That
It's
was
just not
Aaron- that was Aaron
possible.
Donald's peak, bro.
It does
Yes.
not. Nothing is
Prime.
light years. There is nothing light years better than that.
That was Mayweather.
Did you see what?
at lightweight?
There's
Fighting
nothing
Diego
light years better than
Corrales.
that. What's light years better than beating a tackle in 0.7 seconds? Beating them in -1 second?
A
Like,
tackle
beating
that
two
wasn't-
guards.
Hey, a tackle
Beating
that
a guard
wasn't
in
even
the
on the,
center.
on the team the next year. That
Beating a
tackle.
guard in the center for
It's
20
not-
and a
but
half
that's
sacks
not-
in the season. That's what
back-to-back
that is.
plays.
Yeah, yeah.
that's not light years.
Stopping an easy pickup on first down because you were too strong, and then going back
That's-
off of that, and then getting a pressure
It's
that
better.
seals
It
the
is
Super
better.
Bowl.
It is better. It is not light years better. It
Ring
is
my
better.
boy Aaron Donald, bruh.
Yeah, and ring Von Miller twice.
That's
Twice, including a Super Bowl MVP.
That's cool.
Did Donald get Super Bowl MVP that year? Oh, wait.
Cool. No.
It's interesting.
They gave it to an
I'm sorry,
offensive
look,
player.
the Rams had a quarterback.
They gave it to an offensive player. You know that. They
Peyton
always,
Manning was a paraplegic at that point, brother.
I'm just saying it's interesting.
I was okay.
I mean, one
what-
team
what-
also was playing us MVP, by the way, Cam Newton. Another team was playing Joe Burrow, who has never been an All-Pro. Go ahead. Unless you have Super Chats.
There's super chats, and
Go on.
the percentage was 57. Said yes, it's light years.
57.
57%.
Disagree with the chat, Bucko.
Bucko's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, Marvelous Marquise said,
Bucko.
last show you guys said Brady is the GOAT. If Michael Jordan deflated basketballs and videotaped the Bad Boys Pistons, is he still the GOAT? Well,
To
I'm
y'all,
not even going to go there. Yeah, never mind.
nah, I mean, he was just better at basketball than everybody else. That just like
he just,
it's
No
very
more,
clear
no
whenever you
less.
watch it. Michael Jordan was like so much better
They
at
switching
basketball.
that ball out so fast.
Yeah,
When you're that esteemed, like you're talking about the GOATs,
yeah.
it's hard. Like you got to really work
doesn't
hard
matter.
to tarnish that legacy. Like
Yeah, I mean,
there
there's
were some rumors surrounding Jordan.
Yeah,
And
there's a
some
Tom
crazy
Brady
things that
argument
he had
though, because it
going
wasn't
on.
like
Nothing to do with the integrity of
Well,
playing
I'll
the
put it
game.
this way:
Right.
there's an
Oh,
argument
man.
with Tom Brady because, like, earlier in his career, I don't think anyone would say Tom Brady is the best football player in the National Football League. Michael Jordan, it was very apparent. Hey, he's better than all of y'all.
Yeah.
I think, sure, but Tom Brady's legacy is more up to interpretation. You value the championships. He is an all-time great. Like, there's no question in my mind. 7 rings is just 7 rings. You can't do anything about it.
Man, once he left New England, went straight to Tampa, won the Super
Won
Bowl,
like
and
that.
New England just went to shit
Oh
immediately.
no, they made the playoffs that year.
They went to shit immediately.
They were shit before though. They went.
And that right there,
That was
that
it.
kind of gave
That
it
was
like,
it.
whoa.
Yeah. There's no Tom Brady did no more advantage to his career than what T's saying. We all knew Tom was great.
Yeah.
But when Tom left Belichick and won in an organization that had only won one chip 20 years
20
prior,
years ago.
He doesn't get enough credit for this though either. He also did the GM at player role perfectly.
Yeah,
because he built like that.
did.
That to me is bigger than actually what he did out there. Yes, he's unbelievable out there throwing 40 plus touchdowns and whatnot. But like the players that he got to play with him, bro, you had that team was.
But you know,
loaded.
but this is why Kieran and I always say like there's more to it than talent. Because it's not that just he got him. Rob Gronkowski loves Tom Brady so much that he came out of retirement for him. So it's not like there are a lot of really good players that are disliked. Ain't nobody coming out of retirement to play for Ben Roethlisberger. So like that's why I say like leadership and championships is so much more than talent. Because if Tom don't get Gronk, does Tom win a chip that year? I don't know.
I don't know if they I don't know if they make it there, but if they play the Chiefs offensive line, absolutely. Shaq Barrett was on one during that run. That Chiefs offensive line was horrid, brother. Oh my gosh.
Good.
We also did get a $50 super chat from my frat brother. Shout out. Alpha Man J Sat said, been a minute, fellas, just showing love. Will y'all ever go to a 5-man show? Having Shady and TJ together hits different. Great takes, amazing knowledge, plus Carebear, the Nigerian scammer, and Ice Cold Trey would do crazy numbers. Wemby for MVP. Hashtag 210.
Since when are there super chats where I'm the only one that gets a shot?
Hey, also, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's wild.
Don't shout out the San Antonio area code. Bro.
Yeah,
that's
that's
nasty.
disgusting.
210.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, we don't rep. Nobody reps 210.
Like
it's
oh yeah,
yeah.
come to the Riverwalk.
Sound like Barkley.
Remember the Alamo?
Yeah, no, nobody.
I ain't mad. Well, I'm not joking. My fault.
True.
No, we've tried a 5-man. We don't have the space for it.
Yeah, we don't.
Like y'all don't realize what we turned, and by we I mean I. But I'm
Think
just
about the
being
difficulty
inclusive.
with Trey's desk, and then ask yourself,
We-
you want 5 people in here?
We turned a bedroom into a studio.
Yeah.
Like y'all, it looked like shout out to the studio designer, shout out to
Man,
all the people. Like
it's amazing.
we turned it so we don't have the space.
Also,
for it.
5 talking heads that's
a lot.
That's a lot. I'll gladly go sit off camera and let them 4 cook. I have no problem
So
doing
you have to
that.
shut the hell up? No.
Yeah.
No.
Last one I got for now is Bojangle2213 said, let's compare dudes in similar situations. Who are y'all picking, Myles Garrett or JJ Watt? Who y'all got real quick? Myles Garrett or JJ?
That's tough. I'm going with Miles.
Okay. Kieran?
If JJ stays healthy, he had 2 20-sack seasons in his first 4 years in the NFL.
He was damn near unblockable.
Dude, if JJ stays healthy, he's the greatest defensive player we've ever seen, in my honest opinion. But that's a part of it. I'm going Miles.
I'm going Miles because it's nerd take. JJ cheated the system a lot. Miles plays within the system and gets his sacks.
Okay.
JJ he'll see a play. It's on tape. Y'all can go look it up. JJ would switch with the D tackle if he knew it was going to be a runaway. And like switch with the D tackle so he could get closer to the runaway when he was playing DN. Switch with the D tackle, swim inside, and go get a sack. Watch when the Shady was on this team. Go look it up. When the Chiefs are trailing the Texans 35 to like skunk in the playoffs, or 28 to skunk in the playoffs, like 2019 playoffs. Look who sold that game. Look who sold the game.
Going for sacks every play.
Inside rushes, Patrick Mahomes scrambling for 18 yards. Like, wait, what happened? Dude, like, just look who sold the game. Like, so again, JJ's one of the greatest ever, but not all sacks are created equal. And you can get a sack or attempt to get a sack and jeopardize a defense. Now, if you're JJ Watt, you do what you do. But it's like in basketball. You can chuck 28 shots and get 44 points. You know what I mean? Like, not all 40-point games are created equal. So, for that reason, Miles plays within the scene more. I'm saying Miles.
Also, my apologies. It wasn't San Antonio. It was Galveston. I'll give you respect on
2-0?
Is that not San Antonio?
2-0 San Antonio.
No, 209 is Galveston, right?
Yeah, 2-0 is San Antonio, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll
It's
figure
y'all
it out.
home state. Your home state.
I don't know.
Y'all should know.
My home state.
Shit.
I don't know. If it's Galveston, I apologize. If it's San Antonio, I don't regret anything I said. So let me look it up.
What's wrong
Are
with
the women really big in San Antonio?
Yeah,
or
what's wrong with
Barkley
San,
was
what's
just
wrong,
making
what's
it
wrong
up?
with San Antonio? Man,
Yeah, for real?
Man, every city you go to, bro.
But some
It's
cities are
always
known
something
for
there.
like.
It's always
Hey, TJ.
Oh, damn.
I ain't never been to San
I
Antonio.
We
haven't
call him a
either.
different name, man. It's the Hispanic community. It's Tortas.
Tortas.
Yeah.
I've
You
heard.
got some
Damn.
tortas down there, bro.
And your super chats, we got to keep it pushing, bro.
Yeah, we keep it moving. We'll get back to the other ones later.
Look, man, we got to talk about NFL free agency. These key players are still looking for a team to call home as it is. Aaron Rodgers, Tyreek Hill, Taylor Decker, Jawan Jennings, Stephon Diggs, and Kirk Cousins. You know what this reminds me of? You blow my mind. It's an auction out here. TJ, these dudes are around your age. Fellas, should a contender want Tyreek Hill? Because I think he's probably the most interesting name still left up on this board.
Yeah. That quickness, that speed, that explosiveness. Oh, the injury. Man, this is 2026. If he loses a step, he's still faster than everybody. Yes, I want him. Taylor Decker, left tackle. Did he want more money? I didn't understand I want to be released. But do I want Tyreek Hill? Yeah, Jawan Jennings, he wanted a new contract. He blew that. He cost himself some money, but I'm at the doorstep with Tyreek Hill. What you want to do? Like, if I'm the Chiefs, or if I'm a team that's lacking an elite playmaker, that's the first person that I'm calling. How's your rehab going? How you feel? Can we get a look at you? Because I just believe the way teams defense him, the way they game plan, the fear that he's going to put into a coordinator, that may be more than anything that he may do on the field. If he shows people that he can still run, they're scared of him.
Yeah. I think 32 coming off of ACL is interesting, though.
2 days ago, maybe yesterday, you went in on about Puka, the Puka situation, saying that, like, Puka just likes to have fun, but is the distraction still worth the talent for the Rams? And as talented as Puka is, Tyreek Hill has had a lot of off-the-field tension. Baby mama drama. I know his baby mama. You probably know his baby mama.
No, I mean, yeah, they said he used Claude to build an automated pay system to each baby mama, the 1st and the 15th of the month, through AI. You know, he sends the payments automatically.
Like, he has a
Shout
lot.
out Claude, man.
He's got that. There's just is Tyreek Hill still worth it to you?
He's worth it until that production isn't what it needs to be.
But has it been the last year and a half? Obviously, this past year hurt. Year before.
When you're on a losing team, it's never worth it.
Got it.
It's never worth it because we're losing with you. We damn sure can lose without you. And so if you're a winning team and he gets put in a winning locker room, you think he'll act like that? I don't know. We weren't hearing none of this in Kansas City. winning team, winning organization, leaders on that team. We didn't hear any of this. You go to Miami, now could it be he finally got his money and it kind of changed who he was, or he became who he always wanted to be? I just feel like when you get into a winning locker room, you don't want to let down the other guys. Because if you go into a winning locker room, you're not the Tyreek Hill of four years ago. Those guys on that team, a hierarchy, you not up here anymore. You're below those guys. And so you got to fall in line, or else they'll get rid of you ASAP. And so that's what I believe could possibly happen.
Do you like Tyreek Hill to the Chargers? Mike McDaniel's there.
I do.
They've needed a speed threat.
I do. Now, they have good receivers.
Good, not great. They don't have championship receivers in my mind.
To me, I don't know if that happens because Mike McDaniel was waiting for so many years. The fact that we haven't heard anything, he don't want him. And he don't want him because of what he's witnessed when he coached him the last, was it 4 years?
Yeah,
5.
Should have been 4.
And so that right there is, that could be damning, but there's always going to be a team that's willing to take that chance, because when you can instill that fear in the defense and that game planning, it's not too many players that's been like him offensively.
Let's have a conversation people might be shocked by. Tyreek Hill, top 10 receiver all time?
I don't know. No, not top 10. No.
His numbers.
No, not top 10.
His numbers are crazy.
Because, I mean, this is off the top. Rice, Moss, T.O., Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson, Julio. I know I'm missing some already.
T.O.
I said
T.O.
T.O. Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison.
I think you're at 6 right now.
Isaac Bruce played 16
Michael Irvin.
years. Irv, yeah.
I think you're at 8.
I think that's 9.
Was it?
But it's
Julio
close.
Jones, Calvin Johnson.
It's close. It's
You said
close.
both of them.
Oh, yeah, you said
It's close. And then AB.
Do you want to take Tyreek Hill over AB?
Man.
I would. But
What the numbers look like here?
They have both the same amount of touchdowns receiving and about similar yards up to this point in their career. Tyreek's played 10 seasons and has similar numbers to Antonio Brown's 12.
At retirement?
Yeah.
So Tyreek will surpass Antonio Brown.
I mean,
he's like, if he comes back and plays at a reasonable level, he's going to surpass him. Yeah. But man, that's crazy to think about. The thing with Tyreek is just like, can he come back though? Played 17 games, 2024, didn't eclipse 1,000 yards, had some off the field issues and whatnot. Comes back out there last year, not as explosive through those 4 games.
Those first 2 years with Miami were so crazy. It was like, whoa. And then the problems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But T, if you're looking at 1,800 yards 3 years ago, 950 yards 2 years ago, 265 yards and an ACL injury last year.
In 4 games.
But a lot of
it getting healthier as you get older.
He'll be fine. Health-wise, I have no concerns about the health. I don't. I have concerns about the extracurricular. We talking about your personality over your production now. That's when the beginning of the end. And so, can he mature? That's really what it is. Can we stop having these off the field concerns? Now it's seeping into the locker room and guys is asking questions, and we don't want to do that. We want to play football. We want to answer questions about football. We don't want to, hey, well, your teammate Tyreek. We don't want to answer them questions. And so can he eliminate the distractions? If he can, he going to play 4 or 5 more years. If you love football the way I love football, you got to play this shit till the wheels fall off. If you love it.
There's no doubt Tyreek Hill loves football, and I think he's capable of coming back. It just depends. System has to be right, and then also we have to see if he's still the same athlete after that. It's different whenever you I feel like tear your ACL whenever you're younger and whatnot. When you're 32, having your first big knee injury, and it wasn't just like a normal one, bro. Like that knee was snapped sideways and whatnot. It's tough. I think him coming back, I think the reason why he hasn't been signed is because people don't know what to expect. So that money's in an interesting situation. Like, he has to come back and kind of prove, hey, I can still go out here and run. I can still go out here and be explosive. Like, That's the difficult part with Tyreek Hill right now. Do I think he can be? Absolutely, but especially where modern medicine is and whatnot. But
give me the teams. Should the Rams be interested? Should the Chargers be interested? Should the Chiefs be interested?
McVay
Should the Patriots be interested?
If I'm Tyreek Hill, I want to go to a team that can do something. He's made enough money. You want to go to a team that you can enhance your legacy and possibly win a championship. And so the Chargers, should they be interested? Yes, but the fact that we haven't heard anything, Mike McDaniel he not touching that. Yeah. But any team that needs a receiver, like when you bring up the Rams and what's going on with Puka, you seem like that would be like, you go with McVay, you getting your ass in line or you getting out of here. But would they want that distraction if he doesn't get in line? Now you got to answer these questions. Oh, we signed Tyreek Hill, it didn't work, blah, blah, blah. So I don't even know if they take that chance because you play with McVay, you balling. Very simple. You're a receiver, you play with him, you balling.
The Raiders, waste of time?
Yeah, that's a waste of time. They have a rookie quarterback. And so there's really...
Ravens.
That's very interesting. With a new coordinator.
But are Zay Flowers and Tyreek Hill too similar in your mind?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, no, if him and Jalen Waddle were
the only thing they have similar size. That's it.
Yeah, because they play across the middle.
Like, Tyreek Hill is so explosively fast. I don't think people realize, like, he's 0 to 100 right now. And you can't keep up with that. He's quick and fast. That's very rare you get guys that have both. I'll quick you so that everybody think he fast. He's both.
Break it down for the viewer, the difference. Stevie Johnson, quick, not fast.
So quickness, this is a saying of mine. Quickness is in the body. Speed is in the mind.
Break that down. That's too smart. That sounds too smart.
So I feel like speed is God-given. Can it be worked on? Yes. It can be worked on. I say that completely wrong. Speed is in the body. Quickness is in the mind.
There it is.
Speed is in the body. Quickness is in the mind. And Tyreek Hill has both. So meaning, if we're at a standstill and you're pressing me, say we got one-on-one, I make a release, you're going to react a little slower to me because I'm really quick. But he accelerates so fast that you're already a step behind me because I'm quick and I'm fast. Like, Chad was probably, to me, the quickest receiver I've ever seen that was over 6 feet. And he used to run by people. Chad wasn't fast. He was just quick as two cats. Tyreek Hill has that type of quickness with world-class speed.
Yeah, like suddenness.
And you don't see that. Not with guys his size or bigger. You just don't see it. And so I just want to see the young man get his shit together and play this game, because when it's over, it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
Hey, and them kids, that child support keep going, boy. That keep going. Even when you retire, them payments don't stop.
Talk about it. Trey, get some super chats so we get to this last
Listen,
combo,
we
G.
do have a couple super chats to get to. So Sean the Wise One said, Acho, please make the argument for me why T-Mac is a better player and scorer than KD. To me, it's not even close. I'm not talking about longevity either. T-Mac is the most effortless scorer in history.
He's good, but he ain't KD.
Yeah, you putting Acho in a position to defend KD. I want to see where this goes. How's that feel?
No, I mean, here's how I would have spun it. I would have said at the time you could have made the argument that Tracy McGrady was the greatest scorer that the game had seen at the time in which he was scoring. You can't make a KD T-Mac argument. No.
You can't.
But the argument you could make is at the time of you could make that.
No, you can't. No, I mean, like, sure.
I'd make the argument that before KD existed.
T-Mac is amazing. Like,
T-Mac was amazing.
He
was awesome.
But also effortless scorer. I got to get that to Melo. Melo's a more
T-Mac
effortless.
was before though.
Huh?
T-Mac was before Melo.
That's what I said
T-Mac is very
No,
effortless.
I'm just talking about his super chat.
What did he have?
He said T-Mac's the most effortless scorer ever.
He put up like 13 in how many seconds or whatever it was?
8 seconds.
13 to 8 seconds, yeah.
God.
8 seconds, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. No, he's ridiculous.
13,
He was super duper fun to
13.
watch, and then you watch him in the playoffs, and it's like, what the hell happened? That was my T-Mac experience. I like him and Yao Ming.
Like, crazy though.
They barely played together too.
T-Mac was one of my. I used to.
You rock the T-Mac?
Well, I did rock the
Black
T-Max.
with the navy blue stripes.
White with the blue stripes.
Fair.
I used to
y'all grew
cut.
up
I used to. So for AI and T-Mac, I used to cut the foot off of my tube socks.
Okay.
And wear one on my arm for AI and one on my calf for T-Mac. Coming from you, that's just
ridiculous
wild.
glaze, bro.
That's
that was
wild.
crazy. I used to do this for AI, and I used to do this for T-Mac.
As
both of my
as a
arms,
kid,
that's what
you didn't emulate your favorite. You emulate players now as a grown ass man.
Zip it up when you're done.
And your jersey changed from week to week.
You did go to Drake night just last week.
What's wrong
Literally,
with that?
yeah.
You went to another
so
man's
let's
night.
not make slurping
That was
sounds in the
tough.
speakeasy and talk about glaze.
I can't enjoy something.
No,
solid.
You went to Drake night.
I appreciate his
you
music
were
as
like
an inspiration.
But no, I mean, I get
reading.
I
Was
guess it's
it a
just a night
concert?
where you played Drake. Not even a concert.
No,
It's just like
it was
a
first of all, my homeboy was DJing.
No,
Shout out Brandon
no,
Moore.
stop,
B.
no,
Moore.
I don't want to hear this.
Hold up,
I
yes,
don't
he
wanna
was.
hear
My
this.
homeboy was
I'm going
DJing.
to Shady night. Like how weird is that?
That's very
I'm
odd.
going to TJ
Shady
night.
doesn't have 13 number one singles, okay? Drake does.
Either
More
way.
than your favorite hip hop artist, okay? So look, it's a great time. My boy Brandon Moore, B Moore, if you're in the Dallas area, you should follow him. He
Shout out
has
to
a
B.
lot of
Moore.
stuff going on. He
Get
was
to the
DJing.
point.
He said, "Yo, pull up, to Drake night." I said, "Bro, I'll pull up for sure."
That's
so I showed up to Drake night.
as a
And I pulled
DJ, naming a function Drake night is just
Yeah,
an
that's
ungodly
wild.
amount of glaze. So for you to come and
Yeah,
be
and
about
you
it's
putting,
not.
supported that.
putting an arm sleeve
It was
and
actually
a calf sleeve
multiple
to hoop,
DJs. If you had a little motion, you would understand that that's what they do to get people to come out. Because you could actually play Drake all night, unlike that Kendrick bullshit you like listening to. Ain't nobody want to hear squabble out
Actually,
all
they
freaking
do.
night.
Actually,
Like whatever
Okay,
you be doing
all
at
right.
the start of sounds.
anyway, more super chats. I'm gonna get to it.
free. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that all night, bro. We want to have a good time and dance at the club. Anyway,
You can
continue,
dance
bro.
and
My
squabble
fault.
up.
Man,
Just-
that's about it.
Yeah, but squabble up isn't like on road. You can't play.
Come on, bro.
Track after track.
Yeah, facts.
Squabble
It's
up
a-
is a good like. Oh snap!
Yeah, that was fire. Let's keep it.
Yeah,
keep the
let's
party
get back to
pushing, yeah.
Drake.
King Kunta, everybody. Like, come on, man. It's,
You're actually naming bangers though.
no, they are
Money
actually.
Tree.
I'm naming
you're
the good
actually
ones. I'm naming
naming bangers. So yeah. Zip it
Nah,
up with Drake when you're done. K Crazy 215 said, Emmanuel, since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
Wow.
Damn.
That was a precious quote.
I got 2 degrees. 2 degrees. 2 degrees.
Reggie,
Don't short him.
Don't
come on now.
show it.
Don't
degrees,
short him
wow.
his degrees or his
degrees.
3 extra tackles on
Or his
top of
books
the
he
30.
didn't write.
Thank you.
He says Reggie White or LT, the greatest defensive season ever is 1987 Reggie White, question mark.
Yes, Reggie White had like 16 sacks in 12 games, or 18 sacks in 12 games. Fact check that. 21 sacks in 12 games.
Yeah, 21 sacks in 12 games.
Yeah, that is statistically
crazy.
Statistically speaking, that would be the greatest.
Now imagine a
season in
running
history.
back ran for 2,014 games. Would you believe that they murdered someone? Anyway, moving forward. Troy, we got any more super chats?
Yeah, we did get one from Central Cast. He said, y'all
14
forgot.
games, 2K is crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that.
I might be liable to believe anything. 2K and 14, those are college numbers. At the NFL level?
Yeah,
It's not okay, all right.
That was.
I thought it was. I don't know.
Central Cast says, y'all forgot Debo is also looking for a home. By the way, what's up, Speakeasy? Y'all thought I wasn't here. I'm always here, baby.
See, Cass, what up, G? You been quiet.
And the bane of Big Terry's
You been quiet,
girl,
bruh.
a.k.a. Carebear.
Debo want more
Bro, what is he
money
talking
than somebody's willing to
I don't
pay him.
know.
He gonna have to come down on what he want.
Oh, okay.
That's all that
He's in the
is.
Discord, I guess.
Deep,
but
deep.
Central
Debo come to
Cast,
Dallas, man.
leave that woman alone. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know what I mean. Leave that woman alone.
Come on, now. Lower the glasses at him. You got to talk to him.
Leave her alone.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Close the doors,
doors.
on the relationship. Close the doors on the relationship.
Trey, where else we at, bro? One more time, bitch.
Deontay Brooks said Tyreek to Green Bay Packers is an instant Super Bowl. Y'all agree or disagree? Y'all like to see him in Green Bay?
No, Green Bay, their receivers they stout, bro.
They're
You
good.
got-
yeah,
they're
they don't
really
need no
good.
help on in that
Yeah,
receiving core.
they have 3 guys. Even with Romeo Dobbs going to New England, they still got 3 dogs that can really, really play. They got Golden. They got 4. Golden, Dontavian, Wicks, Watson, Jaden Reed.
I heard the take the other day that they have a team full of good twos, but not really a number one.
It's the way they use them. If they really made one of those guys they go-to guy, all of them can do it.
Yeah.
They're that talented. They all can do it, but it's the way they have too many good receivers, so they want to keep them all happy. So they never really make one of them the one.
Yeah, that's fair.
I agree.
Last one I got. Kenny Powers says Sebastian Fundora fights Keith Thurman for the WBC Super Welterweight title this Saturday. Y'all got any predictions on the fight?
Super Welterweight, it's junior middleweight.
Junior lightweight, yeah.
That's gonna be a great fight as long as it lasts. Fundora, he's just too big, bro. Like height wise, he's 6'5", fighting at 154 pounds.
Yeah,
Keith, I just want to see, can he be one-time Thurman one more time?
Yeah.
I'm watching. I'm watching the fight. He's been so inactive that I want to see, can he land a flush punch on. He's so big.
Yeah.
That this is gonna be interesting, but TJ will be tuned in.
Say less. Say less. We pulling up to TJ's house to watch the fight.
I'm saying, man. What's up?
That's all I got.
All right. Look, last topic of the day. Draymond Green had some comments about Wemby vocalizing his MVP case. I'll let you guys take a listen to what he had to say.
I hated it, and I absolutely loved it. And the reason I hated it is because until Wemby said defense is 50% of the game, it was like, oh man, no one realized that? Right? Like no one realized that 50% of the game we play is on that end of the floor. So he comes out and makes this profound ass statement, and it's like, oh, of course it is. And everybody's like, oh man, he has a great point. Hello? You think?
Fellas, how do we feel about Draymond making this case for Wemby being MVP, or kind of hating and loving what he had to say?
I don't have a problem with it if we talked about this. It's Luka SGA type of thing. Wemby like, hey, where my name at? Am I scoring like they score? No. But they ain't playing defense how I'm playing defense. But the reason Wemby gets into that conversation is he does score a good amount, and he's, to me, the best defensive player in the league, and I don't even know if it's close. Like he's that good of a defensive player. Just people's minds, they don't even want to go to the hole when Wemby is he's just something the league has never seen before. He's not gonna win MVP, but I don't mind a guy politicking for himself to like, hey, what about me? I have no problem with you. Hey man, well, y'all forgot about me here. I'm still here. We are the number 2 seed. I don't believe anybody thought we would be the 2 seed, but we just never seen somebody like Wemby. And so Wemby will be a multiple time MVP winner. It just won't be this year.
I think Wemby could win MVP because he did remind us of something that we too easily forget. Defense is 50% of the game. We live in a society now where it's like offense numbers. Luka dropped 60, Bam dropped 83, Luka dropped 40, Luka dropped 51. But Wemby's like, hey, bro.
Can I interrupt you?
Please do.
Think about the last just 5 MVPs in the NBA. They haven't been two-way players, so to speak.
You want to say SGA?
No.
I'd say SGA has been
No.
Not
SGA can play defense,
yeah.
But because they require so much of him offensively,
he doesn't.
Yes, it's other guys now.
They also have 4
other guys
defenders on the team.
Yes.
He's never guarding anybody.
But given the fact of Giannis kind of set that template is like, yo, I can average 28, 13, and 5 and win MVP. What's Wemby averaging? I think 24, 11.
24,
11, 4, and 4. Yeah. To me, like, Wemby met the criteria, and I hope he's selected. Like, to me, Wemby, he's met the criteria more than anything, T. His team's a 2 seed, G. Like the Spurs. The measly, forgotten about, lowly San Antonio Spurs. And he's not just a good defensive player. He's an eraser. Like, he's Rudy Gobert on steroids. And Rudy Gobert is, I think, a 3-time DPOY?
4-time, I believe.
4-time DPOY?
4-time DPOY.
And Wemby can do what Gobert can do at the rim, but then Wemby's light enough on his feet to also take you 27 feet out.
Yeah, Wemby special. He stay healthy. The Spurs going to be a problem.
Don't rob him of this first MVP, because to me, Kieran will look back and realize, like, this is robbing Wemby his legacy.
This right here?
I don't think this is robbing him of his legacy.
No.
I don't think it's robbing him.
No.
But
this
would
not be robbing him at all.
Also,
if you don't give it to him because he's young, or if you don't give it to him because you say,
I don't think he's
going to get 7.
There's guys that have had better seasons than him.
Yeah.
SGA and Luka for sure.
If you're counting defense too, because Luka for sure, as far as offensive efficiency, Luka's done things that we haven't seen since Michael Jordan. But Luka's gotten better at defense, but you see how we have to talk about
That
it.
gap
Luka's
offensively
gotten better.
means something. Though.
Yes.
Luka over this past 11-game stretch. I think Tim Legler put it out earlier today. He's responsible for half of the points that the Los Angeles Lakers are scoring in this 11-12 game stretch, the entire month of March. He's been responsible for over half of what their offensive production is. That matters. Like as much as we do care about the defense, and I understand being able to produce 20 more points a game, it matters. Yeah. It matters.
The
But we
MVP
can't
award is a regular season award.
It is.
It's not a regular March award. It's not a regular 11-game streak award.
That's well
it's
said.
not a regular. It is a regular
That's well
season
said.
He's
award.
averaging
And
33,
for the season,
8 and 8.
Correct, but for
He's been
the
doing it all
season,
year.
It's also not about. It shouldn't be. Now I don't know every voter for the NBA MVP, but it shouldn't be just about statistics. We have to do impact. We have to do team value. We have to do team record. We have to consider most value that an individual player brings to their team.
Yes.
There is
It's
no
50 if 50 wins
player
not a
more
good.
valuable to their team, in my opinion, right now than Victor Wembanyama. Scratch defense,
But
offense,
I would
whether
say
that
this
how
is
much
the
that
thing,
should be
though.
weighted.
Like-
in the conversation, but
When they talk about the MVP, for as long as I can remember, they always talk about what he's doing offensively. Does defense matter? Yes. So now we want to bring up the defense because it's beneficial to him. We ain't never brought it up. It's always been about the offense. Now, does defense matter? It does matter. But why hasn't it mattered in years past? Why does it matter so much now? Because he said it matters?
No. Because he's such a great defender, he's made it matter more. Like, because
He has
think about
17 blocks in the
this:
last
quarterback
3
rushing yards, they've always mattered. But when Lamar Jackson starts rushing for 1,400 yards, now it's like, oh, whoa. It's so significant, T, we can't ignore it.
I'm not saying
So
I'm
that's
saying,
I think the point.
I just feel like he has had a great season. Is he valuable? Yes. But Luka and SGA, and at one point it was Jaylen Brown, they are the top candidates to me. Wemby, yeah. What is his second year? Now he gonna win. He probably gonna win 4 to 5 MVPs. It's just not gonna be this year.
So, Kieran, this is what I hate.
When has a guy gone? But when has a guy gone from not even on the radar to win an MVP?
But would you say not on the radar?
Yes, he's on the
Was
radar
hurt.
because he was the number 1 pick, and then he
Rick,
gets hurt last year.
Yep.
At the end of the season, under blood clots.
Correct.
And he didn't come into the season where people were saying, "Oh, he's an MVP candidate." I don't think anybody was picking him to be anywhere near being an MVP candidate.
he's going to run away
And
with
that's
DPOY.
to me, for him, that's a tribute to his game and how much he's improved. Because we haven't seen a guy, in their second year?
Third.
This is third year? Yes, it is. Accelerate this much. But the guys around him have played well. The coaches coach well. I just feel like it would be a slap in SGA or Luka's face if neither one of them won it and he did.
Also, team success is the different is the different factor here. The season's very similar to what he did last season. It's very similar. Like it's not. I
He's
understand.
present now.
Yes,
Last season he didn't play
he's
much.
there. Yes,
Yeah.
and their team around them is better though too as well. Like the team is a whole lot better around him. He's obviously the nucleus of that team.
Correct.
But I think team success, yes, it should matter. You shouldn't be putting up 30 on a team that's in the play-in and get MVP. I can understand that. But also going out there winning 50+ games, which I think Luka, SGA, and Wemby will all do this season, that matters too.
But there's a difference between 50 and 60. Like 60,
we said-
50 is like that's the threshold for you had a good season. 60 is you had a special season. And I think aren't the Spurs on the precipice of hitting 60 wins, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
They should be at like maybe 56.
yeah, they're 50. They're 55 right now.
55. So
Yeah.
winning 50 games.
Oh, they getting to 60.
So
They
if
getting
you
to
got to 60, Kieran, you know as well as I, 60 is a different mark.
Now, I'll
50
say this, Acho.
is a good season.
If they overtake Oklahoma City for the number 1 seed, you got to strongly consider that.
But here's my pushback.
I hate that that's a different. It
But
should
here's
be
my
about
pushback.
what the player
They
is doing.
already beat Oklahoma City.
They beat
so,
Oklahoma
like,
City
I
when
think
he
they
had
3-1
12.
against them, right?
3-1 against
3-1.
OKC.
This
But-
is also another issue that I have. he references beating OKC in the season series. Yes, OKC is the standard. They won the championship and whatnot last year. He has games where he dropped 12 points and had no blocks in those games. 19, and they win. He's awesome. I know he has impact outside of what's going to show up on the stat sheet. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, guys, you have to be overly dominant on the basketball court time and time again. And also, I'm sorry, the statistics do matter. You have to be able to put up the numbers. If it was just impact,
But he is.
if it was just impact, we'd be giving LeBron MVP for 8 years straight.
But here's my problem.
But it's not- it's
but
not
Kieran,
that, though.
You can't ignore, number one, 24 and 11 is substantial. But
Yes.
also, 4 blocks is also substantial.
Yes, he averaged more last year. He averaged
But he
24.
wasn't there
He
very-
averaged 11.
but he
and
only played
He played
22
40-something games last year, and he
Yeah.
averaged more than he did this
They
year.
shut him down like
Yeah.
They shut him down. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I just think, one, I do think he's incredible. I do think defense matters. I'm saying you give Wemby the MVP now. What MVP are you not going to give him for the rest of time if you
But you
value
can
defense?
say, but
not
that's
be-
the
He's
same.
that's
gonna
the
win
same-
DPOY and he deserves
but
that.
that
But
can't
That's
be
the
the
same case for
criteria.
Jokic, bro. That's the same.
No.
Jokic been
No.
averaging a triple-double every year.
and
for
he
how
hasn't won
long? So
MVP every year.
he's got 3 MVPs.
But he
And
hasn't won it every year, and he deserved the years that he won MVP.
defense ain't matter.
He
to
did.
him.
You could also argue that he deserved it the years that he didn't win it. That's always going to the same way you can argue that LeBron should have won it the years that he didn't. Kobe
This
should
wouldn't be a
have won it the
conversation
years
if
that he
Jokic could
didn't.
hit. If Jokic hit the game threshold this year, Jokic would have been winning MVP this year.
That's fine. I'm not talking about this year because he didn't hit the game
Okay.
threshold. What I'm talking about is the most valuable player for your team and your impact. The Thunder are only 2 games ahead of the Spurs. Last year, the Spurs were only better than 7 teams by record.
Yes,
And it's because
Only
he was
7
hurt.
teams were
It's
worse
because he was
than
hurt,
the San
and they
Antonio
also got
Spurs
better.
this year. You put Wemby, a healthy Wemby, on that team for the bulk of this season.
Yeah.
And they
That
are now
that
just 2
matters.
games behind
But
the
they
reigning
added better players to their
champions.
team.
They have
That's
De'Aaron
fine.
Fox
That's
on their
another
team, who's
year
their
of them
second leading
getting
scorer.
more
Stephon
adjusted to the
Castle
NBA.
got better.
He did.
You have
absolutely.
players who got
so
better.
did the
Devin
Oklahoma
Vassell
City Thunder.
got better.
They got a year of experience.
That-
they
that
went and got
matters
to the
too.
championship.
That
They
matters.
Of course.
also
We
We
got better.
can't say
They didn't
Chet
get
didn't
worse.
get better. We
Of
can't
course.
say that J-Dub didn't get better.
J-Dub
We
hasn't
can't
been
say-
playing.
But they won a
But
championship.
the course of the season, he
Of
only
Of
played
course,
as a
they
and
left.
they're
won a
still the
cha-
one
they won a
seed, though. They're doing what they're
championship.
supposed to be doing.
They were on the mountaintop. They wanted. You're going to get better.
Yeah.
But the Spurs, it's a bunch of young kids figuring out how to play. A bunch of point guards that figured out how to play with each other.
Which is, to me, way more impressive than guys that already did it once last year, getting better, and then doing it again. They have a rookie in Dylan Harper who has come in and made an immediate impact, and that is largely in part because his big man, Victor Wembanyama, allows for him to do that. They also have a veteran in De'Aaron Fox who is leading those guys and leading that locker room and teaching them, putting them on game. They need that. You need a Harrison Barnes. You need a De'Aaron Fox. You need Stephon Castle. If he gets a jump shot, brother, the Spurs will become a
And
dynasty.
they're much deeper
Spurs
than where
are
they
gonna
were
become a
last year, though,
dynasty
too.
anyway.
They were
Maybe.
already going to do that regardless.
They're going to be a dynasty anyway.
Because Wemby is that special. I'm not saying he's that special. He gets rewarded by getting a DPOY for the next 10 years straight. That's what he gets. He gets DPOY until he doesn't want to play 65 games in an NBA
Okay,
season.
here's my problem though. Last thought for you. I want to get y'all out of here on a timely fashion. So what's Wemby got to give you? 28?
Wemby does need to develop, in my opinion, offensively to get a most valuable player
But
in the
here's
NBA.
the problem. Then when is Luka going to develop defensively?
He has.
No, he's giving him a little bit more effort, Kieran. And I've
You
showed
know how
clips.
he has?
He's giving
He
a little
showed
bit
up
more
this
effort.
season in shape. And he plays better defense than what he has
So
previously.
that's where we're setting
that
the
can't be
bar
the threat. Yeah, that can't
for
be the
him to
threshold.
show up in shape.
Come on, Kieran. You talk about MVP.
But it
to
don't-
do his job.
Guys,
That
hold
can't
on.
be the
Time out.
threshold, Kieran.
Oh my
So when
God.
they win,
That's
so when
not
they win,
fair.
hold up. What team won 60 games in 2024? None. None.
24?
I'm sorry. The only team that won 60 games was the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
In the Western Conference, no team won 60 games. The Dallas Mavericks won 50 plus games. You would say that was a really solid season.
Yeah, hell
he
yeah.
averaged 34, 9 and 9. Was he anywhere near the MVP conversation? No. And what did he do in the playoffs? Ended up making it further than the 2 guys that finished ahead of him. Now we're having another conversation about him out there averaging 33, 8 and 8. And it's not, and he's playing better on the defensive side of the ball. He's giving you what he is capable of athletically. Athletically, Luka is never going to be a guy that's out there locking people down. So I don't know why we hold him to that fucking standard.
Because he's
stupid.
Because he's on the basketball court.
And
He
you
is,
don't-
and he plays
you don't
good defense
want-
for what
he
he's
can't
capable
play-
of.
But hold on. Kieran,
what
this
he's
isn't
capable
this
of.
isn't
Dude,
this isn't middle school.
Y'all
This
act
isn't-
like being
this isn't
top
Pee
10
Wee.
in steal. He could be Jalen Brunson, who doesn't get enough flack for how bad he is defensively. He's the worst defensive player in the league, and he doesn't get the flack. He gets praised, as a matter of fact, for being an offensive weapon. He's terrible on the defensive side of the ball. Luka actually puts in enough effort to be top 7 in steals. And we're talking about, like, we find more excuses to not give a dude that deserves MVP. He is an offensive anomaly.
Jalen Brunson is surrounded by dudes that play nothing but defense.
Yeah.
Come on,
OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges,
Josh
Mitchell.
Hart too be playing some defense.
All them dudes play
Josh Hart be
defense.
playing some different.
So you can kind of disguise him a little bit. You can hide him.
Robinson come in there and be playing some
Mitchell
defense.
Robinson,
And
yes.
Robinson play his ass off every time he come in the game.
Bro, Josh Hart be playing hard as hell.
No, he does. They're the hustle niggas. They ready to fight
Every
people out
night,
there.
Josh Hart be playing.
Let me sum this up though.
Yes,
You
sir.
give Wemby the MVP this season based off of what he's done. How do you not give him the MVP for the rest of his career?
Fair or unfair? That's a valid point.
How do you not?
The same way you don't give Jokic the MVP.
Nobody
every
is a
single year,
defensive
and
player.
He's been averaging a triple-double
The thing
for
is,
the
though,
last 6
But
years.
he ain't playing no defense.
Wemby, okay, so look, Wemby and the second best defensive player you've ever seen. There's a gap. There is. Wemby, defensively, the second best defensive player you can think of in NBA history. There's a huge gap. That gap's not going to just be closed overnight. He's 7'5", coordinated, and just shuts down everything interior. He's going to win 10 MVPs if you give him the MVP based off of, hey, your defense is just that amazing. We have to give it to you.
He's not necessarily always going to be the second team in the West.
Correct.
He's not
What
necessarily
you
always
mean?
going to be just
I know, he
behind.
probably going to be first.
Man, you
He
can't
probably
say
won't.
that.
They're a
You
young,
can't say
good
that.
team, and he's the center of it.
We haven't
Let him get.
The reason Kieran I'll disagree, and let's get out of here is, and don't let's get out of here because my thought, we can whatever. But the reason I disagree is, remember, Westbrook gave you 3 out of 4 years he averaged a triple-double. He only got rewarded MVP for it once. Lamar Jackson could have gotten MVP statistically based upon the unanimous season every year. So if Westbrook only got 1 MVP in 3 seasons of a triple-double, eventually, even if Wemby gets it this year, he's not going to get it every other year.
If
we just get numb to it.
If they can win 48 to 60 games, just in that threshold, and he goes out there and gives you 4 blocks and 2 steals a game.
No, 48's not enough. 48
if they're a top 4 seed, if they're not in the play-in, and you give him the MVP now, for 24, he's supposed to develop offensively. As a matter of fact, he's getting a little bit more efficient, but offensively, it's not like his game has just gone to another level. In big games, a lot of times, he does miss a lot of shots. If you give him the MVP now, with his incomplete skill set, as he continues to grow, you're just going to have to keep giving him MVP after MVP after MVP. And maybe he is that special, but I think it's a crazy thing.
Luka? Because the only reason Luka hasn't gotten it is because of defense.
No,
so
Luka's only had 2 years where I think he actually deserved it. 2024, he gets punished because of team record. Everybody then wasn't talking about his defense. He gets punished because of their team's record. That team was put together during the trade deadline. Then they end up having the best record in the West the rest of the season. They end up going to the playoffs, go to the finals. You know the whole end of the story. Now it's defense. Now it's team record. Because he's 6 games behind the Spurs or 7 games behind the Spurs, he's not capable of winning it because the team wasn't good enough around him. Even though you would take the Spurs supporting cast around their superstar. You would take the OKC Thunder supporting cast around their superstar before you would take the Lakers supporting cast around their superstar. Yeah. You just would. You just would. So why is Luka being punished for that, but everybody else is getting praised for where their team's at? That doesn't make sense to me.
That's fair. That's fair. For the sake of time, it's our Friday show. If y'all haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. We're literally in studio right now doing this for y'all, so please show love. Make sure you support. Hit the like button. Hit the bell button to be notified and alerted. Send the show to the friends. Tell your friends to come kick it when we watching. Trey, end the show with any super chats, sir.
We did get one from Najeezy said, it's crazy how the goalposts are now trying to be moved. When talking about Luka's MVP, they use defense to downplay him, but no one talked defense when Jokic won 3 MVPs. What more does Luka need to do?
Hold up. Also, ranking didn't matter. Jokic was a 5 seed when he first won the MVP.
So was Westbrook,
and they deserved it. So why was Luka a 4 seed with 34.99 and not even in the conversation?
Because unfortunately, you have, albeit it's 41, the arguably greatest player of all time on your team as well. So you're just going to be held, and you're also in Los Angeles. You're just going to be held to a different standard. Kobe got his MVPs, Rob. Luka is arguably getting his MVP.
Can I tell you why I push back on that, though? Luka wasn't really in the MVP conversation until they started winning games. Until they went on this win streak. Luka wasn't taken seriously as an MVP.
Rightfully so.
But he should have been. He should have been.
You can't have a flaw that big in your game.
Because
not win.
That wasn't the reason why they weren't
winning. But here's the other thing. It works for you and against you. Jaylen Brown was firmly in the MVP conversation. Jason Tatum comes back and to not Jaylen Brown's fault at all. Because if you watch Jaylen Brown versus the Thunder, finishes that game with I think 33 points at like 5 and 5, and we just said, oh well, Jason Tatum's back. Jaylen Brown has done this. His game has still done this. So I think there's just a part of like your teammate can help you, your teammate can hurt you. Because Jaylen Brown is getting hoed right now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because
I don't think he's getting hoed. I
he's
just think
still
there's other players that are having better seasons. That's okay.
in comparison to what we thought the Celtics were going to be this year,
Yeah.
where the Celtics
Thought it
are
was
right
an off
now,
year.
and they just beat the defending champ
I'm not
2
gonna
days
lie.
ago.
And JB's having a way more efficient season. than
Can
Luka.
we not pretend like the Celtics supporting cast wasn't also amazing when they won the championship though? Like Derek White's an amazing player.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like
without
the best
Jason
role player in the
Tatum,
league.
like and Kristaps gone, there's no way we'd have.
We knew that team was special without him, though.
Horford gone. Not like this, Kieran. Not
Yeah,
like this,
not
bro.
like this. Not
They
second
got-
seed in the East.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah,
That
I'll
part.
give
That
you
part. That part.
Last one I got is from our guy Philip A. Carroll. Said Carebear with the Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go get him a Grammy right now type
was
of
a great
take.
one.
So yeah, I
was a
mean
great one.
Carebear's gonna glaze Drake. He harassed me about it walking into the studio today.
Harassed is crazy.
He's just a Drake stan. Probably doesn't even understand the reference to that, but you know, he just
How would I not? That was a Drake line.
nope. See, he just showed his age that quick.
Kendrick just opened his mouth.
No.
So he gave-
I said Stan. You didn't understand.
Oh, Stan. Yeah, I know what a Stan is. A
okay.
stalker fan. Yes, I know what Eminem.
I
is.
actually
okay,
never
cool.
knew
Yeah.
Stan stood for stalker fan.
Until
okay.
just now.
Never.
That's crazy. See, and you talked about me.
But he
Wait.
knows the reference.
Yeah.
He knows the song.
Of course, I know the reference. I
I
remember.
knew the
You
yeah.
knew a Stan was a stalker fan?
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, you just found out?
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all
I think
remember
it was
the
an
hold on,
eight.
y'all
I
know
knew
might
it
be,
was
yeah.
Stan.
hold on,
I
y'all
just-
remember the Eminem song Stan where he's
Yeah, that's what we're talking
yeah,
about. But we,
that's what it is though. He's a
Oh,
stalker fan. Like think about the song and what he's saying.
Just an abbreviation, I guess. Of
I-
2 words.
I-
I didn't never know that either.
Never knew that.
I thought it was just
Yeah.
some dope ass slang
you
that
just taught us
Eminem
something.
made up.
Damn, yeah, there you
So
go.
that's
What you here for, huh?
Yeah, I'm saying, look, I'm really
You're
OG
here to
for real.
educate
You know
us,
what I mean?
huh?
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm
OG
here for.
for real is crazy.
Gotta
That's
teach
the
these
only
30-year-olds
super chat I
something
got,
about
man.
something. You know what I mean?
Ethan, do what you're supposed to do at a higher
Look,
level.
ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys coming in. Like they said earlier, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell button to be notified when we go live, which will be Sunday night, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. And here in the Speakeasy, we do not respect
We don't.
Mountain Time. Unless Trey's daughter, Malin, is in the building, then
That's
we
true.
will respect it. I'm Kieran Hickey Simple. This has been TJ Hushmanzada, Emmanuel Acho, Social
boy.
Trey, and everyone in the back. Make some noise!
Hey!
We will see you guys next time, right back here in the Speakeasy.
Peace.